Please go and get a cap, please, sir.
What's the cap?
Whatever one you want, whichever one.
Whatever Melvin gets, it might be useful. This is a tool we use later.
My name is Adedina. Melvin will be with us shortly. We may have a late intervention with Melvin. It's always late.
Yeah, I'm coming here to take his spots almost permanently. We need to start the petition. The next time this gets on Twitter, I need to put, all those questions they'll ask. Should we keep Uncle Melo or kick him out? The guy has not done any creative content to this podcast.
Yes, he is. He literally has one of the best moments of our
Nah. We need to chase him out. The man is never early.
But another week, another dollar. School has started. It's been tough. You said, how's it been going for you, per se?
School? Yeah, school is
everything. Now that even everything has been back to full swing, or even half swing.
Well, I mean, graduating in May, so
to get me engineering boys.
We have to move up, go and make money so we can invest in the podcast.
Yeah, inject the funds into the podcast.
High key. I mean, school is just there, waking up and grinding. If only we could do this all day, every day.
No, honestly, and that's my biggest aspiration is if the podcast starts making money. And I can tell my 9 to 5 Oga.
I know, right? Imagine just talking sports and getting paid like Stephen A.
I mean, not that. I don't want to do it that bad, but if it,
what?
I've always said, if this paid my rent, if this was triple my rent, I would drop on my job. I would drop my job.
Yeah, high key.
Because
Because at least you're doing something that is enjoyable.
Yeah, I would do something that's enjoyable.
Imagine.
I would have extra.
Imagine working for the white man for the rest of your life. It's not fun.
I never want to do that. So, that's always my biggest inspiration. That's why I'm always trying to be...
That's why we have to kick Melvin out.
Hey, chill.
We have to send him away. Man is not here. How long have we been waiting? We can't make 3 times your rent if the boy does not come early.
We'll get it done for sure. But, school started. Work. It's really just work podcast. I have a short film I'm finishing up. And still, I'm about to do another one. Hopefully in February. Things are quickly getting tougher and tougher. But, inside life,
Abi.
There's a lot going on so far. We have to actually record tomorrow morning for the football segment because a lot happened over the weekend, but Matthew couldn't make it, so we just postponed the football talk to tomorrow morning. But we'll still have this episode up on Thursday morning. Well, Thursday sometime. Between then, what has happened in the week? You guys drew 1-1 to, what was that? You guys drew
all the teams that support drew. The Texans choked.
Jesus Christ.
Texans choked. I feel like it's just the Houston thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just the Houston thing.
The Rockets were losing. What's his face was losing. The Texans lost. Who else? The Astros got their shit stripped of them. It's just like Houston sports is just.
Oh, you already started?
Yeah. Nigga.
Just got the cow.
But yeah, it's been a tough what's it called? A tough week for Houston sports in general. So.
Yeah, the Chiefs Texans game. I mean, I'm not really the most vast man in football, but come on, they had Mahomes and Kelsey playing catch. Like literally, they had Mahomes and Kelsey playing. Like literally, Mahomes just run and it's just like this one. I don't know if you watched like 2010 Champions League. There was a goal Messi scored. Like there were like 5 AC Milan defenders in front of him. They were like, what the world sees. Then they were like, what Messi sees. Messi didn't see anybody.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes really wasn't seeing anyone in front of him. Like it was just literally whenever he feels like dumping the ball, he would just toss it to Kelsey.
But that was the thing. Like, not me, but a lot of people this season forgot how elite he was.
I know, right? No, the guy really
reminded in such a great, because while I don't think people was given enough attention to how great that man was. Like he scored 6 touchdowns in a row.
Now that is
a record. It's down there.
That is elite.
That's a record.
Honestly,
first of all, people don't even score 6 touchdowns in 3 games.
Yeah, that is.
He scored 6 in consecutively. I
was already making so much noise in my other group chats.
Bro, because everybody was saying we're gonna lose.
I was already making so much noise.
24-0, y'all are quiet, blah blah blah. But thing is, I low-key felt it. I felt
Now
that.
you had to, and you know the funny thing about it is that it's such a Houston thing too.
Yeah.
It's like you think they are going to do well, then the next thing you know.
I mean, the Astros were up 3-2, went back home, choked. Rockets were up 3-2, choked.
I mean, like everything started from that false punt, I believe. Like,
Nah, they scored a touchdown by then. I think ever since once they scored, they're like, oh yeah, I see what we need to do, because we got stopped on 3 and out, and then it was just downhill from there. So I think ever since they scored, it was getting worse and worse.
I told you you're gonna be in the same spot this week, right?
Your team sucks. Anyways,
Your team blew the largest lead ever.
Your team lost to Ryan Tannehill.
Okay, what did Ryan Tannehill do? What did he do to the MVP?
That's what I said.
What did he do to the MVP? He has a resume.
No, shut the hell up.
He beat Tom Brady. He beat
Did
Lamar.
Did he have a previous resume, or y'all made him the resume?
Lamar made him a resume too.
Y'all gave him a resume.
Why are we not talking about the Ravens game?
Like his resume started with you lot.
Okay, but it got better. That's what I'm saying.
No, he didn't have a
it got better.
He didn't have a resume before the Patriots.
His resume got better.
Like you guys, you know when they say you need to have experience somewhere. You guys were the experience somewhere.
They beat the best team in the NFL.
Who? Not the Ravens apparently.
I mean, they had the best record.
Yeah, best record.
They had the MVP.
Honestly,
that
Patrick Mahomes guy is a bad man. I'm sorry.
But it's just the facts. Like
the guy is a bad man. I'm sorry.
What do you think what happened in this game? Why were you sounding so confident?
Well, guys, bro, didn't you see what happened?
I literally did not.
Last week you were like, yeah, we're beating the Chiefs.
But we're beating the Chiefs. Yes. Like I say, my Chiefs gonna lose.
No, that wasn't a loss. Y'all got blown out.
No, that wasn't a loss, and that was what they call wiping.
I mean, it was. Let's just say that defeat's not happening again.
They said, let's give y'all a head start.
That defeat's not happening again.
And then they came back 42 on their points.
That's like,
bro, that's really what it's called, man. They call it false hope.
Your older brother said, "I'll let you start. Just go." Okay, and then let me, yeah.
And the funny thing is, y'all really thought y'all won too.
High key.
When y'all up 24-0.
It's okay, let's let him talk about it.
The difference between,
I'd rather lose the way we lost.
That's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying, I'd rather lose earlier. Shut the hell up.
Yes.
Y'all lost.
Because this is embarrassing.
At the end of the day.
Nah, it is, man.
Even if you were supposed to be up 24-0, you should be at least able to, manage that.
I mean, that's not, like I said, I wasn't mad with losing this game because Bill O'Brien can go now, and now everything is clear.
You already said the excuse before the game. That's what it is.
No, I wanted to win.
No, you literally said you wanted to lose so you could leave. That's what you said.
I wanted both. It was
wait. How do you want to win?
It was either or. If we won, all right, cool. It really was if we won.
So either way, cool.
It was.
You can't be cool with either way.
Bill O'Brien sucks.
So in this, you don't lose in any situation.
Yes, I don't think so. It's either we keep going and Deshaun Watson gets more experience, or Bill O'Brien loses and he gets out. You have to look at the. You got
to take your L. You lost.
I mean, what's the price for you guys?
But that L was probably on the coaching, man. I'm like,
exactly, and that's my whole
even
point.
Even me that is not professional. You have someone that has literally been sending the ball to one man for the greater part of, because it happened in 3 minutes, right? For the greater part of 3 minutes, and you couldn't even play double on him.
But even still, as a player, you should notice they just gonna keep throwing to the same guy.
But the issue was he was scrambling out the pocket, and Travis Kelce was making his own routes. It wasn't like he was just routing everybody.
So you tell me y'all's whole defense can't
Travis
guard.
Kelce's the best tight end in the league. This isn't some
scrub. They're grown men on defense. They can't guard another grown man.
Best tight end in the league.
So he's just a different animal. That's what you're saying.
Once again, Travis Kelce's the best tight end. in
Lamar
the league.
Jackson was the best running quarterback in the league.
Running quarterback, yeah.
Yeah. What happened? They still lost.
Nobody has anything.
And he still had 100-something rushing yards.
They still lost.
Yeah, that's not the point though. You literally, that's not. He literally had 100+ rushing yards.
Why'd they lose it?
I mean, they couldn't handle that nigga Derrick Henry. That's a big ass man.
Oh really? They couldn't handle Derrick Henry.
They couldn't.
So when I said that last week, you're like, no, it was Tannehill.
I didn't say it was Tannehill.
You basically said y'all lost to Tannehill.
Right,
no, we lost to Derrick Henry. That's what I said.
Who was quarterback of the team?
But he didn't do anything. That's
I'm
my
not gonna lie.
point.
Derrick Henry did play quarterback against the Ravens. That's how disrespectful it was getting. They literally had that man. They literally made that man throw a touchdown.
Don't say nothing about Derrick Henry because you didn't want to say nothing last week.
What do you mean I didn't want to say?
You didn't want to say. You literally say only 10 real. That's what you were saying last week.
I am gonna create banter.
Okay.
At all times.
Okay. Let's be real all through.
No.
Yes.
And what's the name of our GM? Twitter.
Oh.
Banter. You get me? But I mean, we're gonna talk about football. I'm gonna talk about football tomorrow. I'm so disappointed because every team I had winning this weekend lost except the 49ers. Just tough scenes.
So who's going to Super Bowl?
Yeah, I need
Titans.
49ers and Chiefs.
Yeah.
For real, like
No,
I need to see.
I want Packers Chiefs.
Please.
Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, Patrick Mahomes versus the 49ers
that
defense.
would be a good matchup.
The 49ers defense is actually not. It's not as great as we think it is.
It's okay.
It's a good defense.
That's what we've been saying all
It's
the time.
not a
Exactly.
No, it's not a generational defense. It's a good
We've
defense.
literally
for
been
this
saying,
team.
Bro,
What?
They've been proving us wrong that they're not a generational defense.
They're
and
not
they keep
generational
winning.
defense.
They keep winning.
If
If they beat Aaron Rodgers, will you say they're a generational?
No,
defense?
they're not. A generational defense was what the Broncos took with Peyton Manning that 1 year.
Mhm.
Like that was Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware.
Why were they
Akeem
generational?
Talib, huh?
Why were they generational?
Bro, that you couldn't do anything against that team. You saw what they did to the Carolina in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Not in just in the Super Bowl. They
Yeah,
made
but-
Cam Newton
but they were-
an MVP look like a regular.
Yeah,
ass
Cam
nigga.
Newton, who's not a great thrower at all.
Yeah, he won MVP that year.
Okay, Lamar Jackson's about to win MVP this year.
I mean, he went 15-1. He beat
He went
everybody.
14-2.
No.
That's damn
He
near
went
the same
13-3.
thing.
And he beat every.
Who,
no.
Lamar? Lamar went
Yeah.
14-2.
It was 13-3.
It was 14-2.
I'm pretty sure
They had the
that
best
was
record in the NFL.
I mean, I know they did, but
Yeah.
they still suck. Up until then, Cam Newton was beating everybody. Lamar still didn't beat everybody in the playoffs. We were even saying the Cardinals can make the Super Bowl. And he beat the fuck out the Cardinals too. And they went up against a generational defense in the Broncos, and they beat the hell out of him. That defense, the Legion of Boom, the Ravens defense that beat the 49ers. Those are generational defenses.
What's consistent with those teams? They have Peyton Manning, who's old. He's not the same player he was. So they're going to look good, obviously.
No.
Joe Flacco is not that good either.
Joe Flacco was good back then.
No, he wasn't.
He was good back then.
He's been Joe Flacco his whole career. Yes, he has.
This was 6 years ago? Come on.
No, he wasn't
way
good.
better. He was
decent, but he wasn't good.
He was a good quarterback.
Yeah, he was way better than he is now. That's how bad he is now.
I mean, but
That's how bad he is.
You can actually, I'll look up his stats. That year they went, but he wasn't a bad quarterback. They had generational defenses. Are you gonna say Russell Wilson's a bad quarterback, and that's why Legion Boom was good?
I mean, he was new to the league.
He was great.
He was new to the league.
Russell Wilson was great. You're not gonna try to make this like a quarter. No.
My point is, Jimmy Garoppolo is not like Hall of Fame.
He's not, but they also have a top 3 running game.
Who's their running back?
Tevin Coleman. They have Tevin Coleman. They have three. They have 2 other Cole running backs.
And that's not even one running back though.
What do you mean?
Like that's the system right there.
Yeah, I didn't say they had a great rush. I said they had the top 3 rushing offense. So they have a lot of things going for them. The defense is good, but the defense isn't generational. No defense that's generational would allow Russell Wilson with no O-line and 2 mediocre receivers to beat them once and only beat them by this much of no. They are not a generational defense to me.
I mean, they don't necessarily have any Hall of Famers on offense either, so.
But they have Kyle Shanahan, arguably the best offensive mind in the league right now.
That's coaching. We're talking about players.
Okay, moving on.
We saw what happened to the team who had best coach, right? They lost to who? Ryan Tannehill, right?
All right, moving on. That wasn't a good line. Speaking of y'all, so how you feel about Odu's out for 3 games? They even appealed it. Mandel said no. You're sitting on the bench.
I think Arteta said right after that game, we'll see about that. Whenever they say he's out for 3 games, they were like, nope, he is getting 3 games.
Speak on it. Why are you looking at us like we're about to talk for Arsenal? Speak.
Why are you trying to tag team against me?
What do you mean tag team?
What's all this tag team?
Speak.
What else you want me to say? He's out for 3 games.
How do you feel about it?
Bro, are you dumb?
How do you feel about
Obviously.
How do you feel about the tackle and all that?
I mean, the tackle was a red now.
He did.
I mean, when I first saw it, I didn't see the angle, like the other angle. He would have snapped that guy's ankle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a red. I mean, it you could argue that he didn't mean to do it. Like he's not a dirty player, whatnot. But I mean, the rules are if it's going to cause
If it
threats.
wasn't for VR, he wouldn't.
It was for VR, like you might have even known because it's Aubameyang. But yeah, I mean, that's a cap. Literally, that's the person that has kept us afloat this season.
Yeah, he was the only person that
Like-
scored against us, right?
Yeah.
Lacazette is out of. He doesn't have any confidence in his body.
That shot he should have scored against United still rings in my head.
No, I'm saying.
one on one with goalie and he shot his left leg and just went across the
Yeah,
goal.
just like some like there's no confidence in him. Maybe now they will start Martinelli. So
I
let's
thought
see
he
what.
was hurt though this whole time.
No, it's not. It's there.
So he wasn't playing this whole time just cause?
I mean, he comes in like end of games or like half. I mean, I thought he hasn't been there for that long. So,
But still.
but under Emery, he never really played. Only Europa League and FA
but he
League
was
One.
trying to play after a while. Like
Yeah, he was trying to play, but you know, Ateta came in and
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen him as we want to. But maybe now he will play. It's just Aubameyang is literally
Yeah, he's the
like,
heart of
you know what I'm saying, he's out of our
And
team.
the
So
fact
these
that
next 3 games is like, I can't make any realistic prediction because I don't know.
He said he's gonna stay, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, different manager, different. The team is just different now.
Mm-hmm.
But Sheffield is not an easy game to
I'm
go
not gonna lie, you
in.
guys are losing that game.
Then Chelsea is not an
Are
easy
you guys
game.
home?
I don't even know.
They are.
I mean, without has that mattered anymore this season? Like everybody be losing the home games, losing away games, or winning home and losing away. Home and away doesn't matter now.
True.
But yeah, without Aubameyang, I don't know. But we're going to club Sheffield. Facts. And then
I don't know how you guys are gonna break down Chris Wilder's team.
Well, we're going to break. We have Martinelli. Don't
Oh,
worry.
innit? Martinelli,
We have-
generational talent.
We have my and Pepe.
And Pepe, damn.
Bro, I'm telling you, you guys are. I mean, with Chelsea, you're always lucky. The last few years, man, every time we play you guys, something always has to happen.
Well, how was 4-1 lucky?
Bro, it was lucky now.
4-1
Bro,
is lucky.
they didn't start. It will be that game. Trust me.
Oh, and when he came in, he scored that goal. Oh, my goodness.
Mkhitaryan didn't play that game. Bro, a lot of stuff. They didn't allow the
Mkhitaryan,
guy
you guys
to
don't
enter
have
back.
anymore, right?
Kriti.
Mkhitaryan,
Mik-
movie that you guys don't have anymore.
Mickey Chichi, that's his name. They didn't start Mickey Chichi. That's
the
why.
two people that you guys don't have anymore is recently.
That's it, bro. It's Emery, bro. I'm telling you, you are always lucky. But now you
Now
are
you guys
lucky
about to lose
again.
that game anyways.
Aubameyang
Hazard-
is not
who was
there.
Hazard's last game?
Which game?
Hazard.
Hazard.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we just need to give him send off, man. He has been good for London in general.
Heck, my leg.
I'm sorry, us we give out free spirited team.
I mean, yeah.
But this Sheffield, we have Sheffield, Chelsea, Bournemouth. That's the game he's going to miss.
Oh, the last one's Burnley.
Bournemouth, I think.
Oh, Bournemouth.
I don't know. I know it's
Yeah.
the team with the B. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's rough. But I think we can come out with this. I mean, now the good thing about him leaving is to show the character of the team without him. Us playing well is dependent. That one is just based off the players. At this point, Arteta has kind of shown them what he wants to see. I don't think we're going to sign anyone.
That's a good point.
So
I mean, you guys haven't defensively. Surprisingly, you guys have gotten better.
no, we
I think
haven't.
so.
What has happened
How
is
many goals have you guys?
no. It's not. We have not gotten better defensively. Our midfield,
too early.
our midfield has gotten better. We
Yeah,
we
Toure
don't
and Xhaka have been playing
we
great.
don't lose the ball in the midfield anymore.
But it's not even that. It's also the lineups that he's selecting.
I mean,
I never saw those lineups whenever.
but that's the thing, bro. Like he knows
know
defensively
to play
we have a
what's-
problem. We still have, we have defenders that can't defend.
And
The
also injuries.
way modern time defenders are defending. Like the one goal that is still annoying me is the Tammy Abraham goal. No, like I'm not discrediting the goal was a nice goal, but that run, it was William that made the run, right?
Yeah.
What one?
The run from
on the right
because it was a corner, then from the middle,
Yeah.
like he started making the run, and
Well, the pass.
I don't know which
It's talking
one
about how the breaks.
what it was, but when the break started,
Yeah.
Mustafi was not really close to the player, but common sense would be like
Closing.
you have to close in. Don't give him time. He starts backing off.
I
You
think
know what I'm saying? People that make those
I
kind
think he
of
still hasn't settled in the Premier League. I think that's what it is. 'Cause
don't be stupid now. The guy has been here for how
I've
long?
never seen.
He has been here for 4 years. I'm about to graduate. Like, he hasn't settled in. What kind of nonsense this guy?
because
You know, so this guy. Who be this guy? Guys here talking nonsense.
You're right,
He
guys.
said,
You're right,
wait.
time code.
was it?
he said he has.
Oh, it's Mustafi.
Well, about
I thought you said
Mustafi.
Socrates. Sorry, I thought.
Bro, it was Mustafi that because
No, I was thinking about
Socrates
Socrates.
got
That's why I
injured.
said-
Now then
yeah.
Mustafi came
Yeah,
in.
Sorry, I meant to say
It was
Socrates.
bro. Even Socrates like
Socrates
you know
just came in
one
though.
thing about being a defender. Eh?
This is second years. 18
What?
months he's been in the league.
One
Yeah.
thing about
Some players takes how long
no
till they
see
settle in.
bro, one thing about being a defender, eh?
31?
if you've played soccer, football, being a defender is not really the easiest position on the pitch, but it's not the most technical position for the most part. Like literally, you don't have to be technical. You don't need to. You can hide your flaws being a defender. All you have to do is just have common sense.
Yeah, you have to be
Like you don't. Yeah, you just have to have common sense. That's all. So adapting, like what does he need to add? Like it's not as if he's an attacker that needs to understand how to dribble or know when to fake or know when to shoot or just understand. Because one thing about being like a number 7 or a number 10, you need to understand the pole around you. The defender, all you need to do is to just kick the ball. Let the midfielders worry about it. All I'm saying is that defending, playing out the back is one thing, but defending is they really don't know how to defend. And funny enough, we've not considered as much goals just because the midfield is playing well.
That's more of a testament to.
That one is just a testament of Arteta, but defensively was still bad. That's like catch us fast break, you score. Like the whole Chelsea game, we're doing really good. No, I remember we're doing really good the whole game.
Bad second half,
Bro, second half, you guys were applying pressure, but you guys didn't find a way to break through.
You guys were playing a low block, yeah.
Yeah, because like we had that midfield covered. That I'm saying the second goal came off counter. That's the one way to beat teams. That is the one way you expose. Because someone like Van Dijk, I remember the game with Spurs last year when Sissoko was running down. Bro, Van Dijk knew in the middle of his soul. You know, not the one where he hugged him. Son was running the other way. You know, Van Dijk left Sissoko and went to stay on Son.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what they call an intelligent man. See, allow the waist to keep running. What the Sissoko proved why Van Dijk was right. Sissoko took some shots that even if they had 3 posts, like that was not going to. What I'm saying is like you need to put that smart. Is like there are times where you come back. Surely if you're not the last man, Musafi just came off the bench, take the yellow card. At least when you get that ball, you hold the ball or you kick it somewhere. Like you need to game management is so important. That's another reason why we lose some games in Tamira. It's like we don't know how to game manage. There's just sometimes where you need to just slow the game down. Like you get the ball, man, you do something stupid, you lie down or you shout. Just game manage. Like you just need to slow, because when a team like Chelsea just scored, obviously they have momentum on their side. Yeah. Why you not allow Willian to run? And you like one thing with attacking players like Willian or Pepe is if you give them the chance, because you've seen it, like the more you run, the more ideas you are getting. It's like out there, if you see me coming to you, guy, you want to move that ball or go one way. But if I keep backing off, man, guy, like your eyes are opening. Like exactly, like the possibilities and the confidence is coming back. So defensively, we still have cows in our defense. That's what
I mean that what Arteta wasn't gonna change that.
I'm saying he can't change that because he doesn't have the personnel. It's not as if we have Van Dijk or Laporte.
This is a week later. Who are you guys looking at?
No, we don't. Let's not sign anybody. If we're not going to sign a young defender, I don't want Boateng, please. Let's wait for Dangote to come and buy. Yeah, I told you we're winning Prem this decade.
You guys have been.
Hey, 2021, we're winning Prem this decade. Write it down.
Year?
I used to be this decade.
I'm saying which year?
I said this decade. How would you want me to say it? Do I look like an octopus? Let me tell you the exact year. I'm going to win it. All I said is my prediction.
No, but I don't see it happening at all.
No, I'm saying you don't have my eyes. You don't need to see it.
Because there's no youth. There's nothing.
I know. I'm saying, bro. You don't. No, Melvin.
Saka, Willock, Martinelli.
Guy, Melvin is watching back of TV. Leave me alone.
Who is the guy you guys are sending him on loan that today? Nikita, how do you say his name?
Oh, Nketiah. He's not staying. I'm saying when Dangote comes in. Let me never talk too much. Let me never talk. By 2030.
Okay, we'll see.
Don't worry. Just.
Now we're not seeing shit.
Guy, 2030. Don't worry. I'll keep in touch with you guys.
How many trophies have you guys carried since 2004?
I don't know. Now check it.
I think it's like 4. I'm being serious. Like,
it's not, bro. You know we've been winning FA Cup, Emirates Cup.
All bets are aside.
They're all FA Cups.
Yeah, but that one is still cup, man. Certain man's team like Sports hasn't even lifted spoon. Bro, I'm telling you, this decade we're winning Prem. Said it now.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, while it's not perfect for now, it's at least way better than it was before.
Bro, like there's potential. And this one is all banter aside. There's potential in that team.
All banter aside.
I'm saying teams that have potential: Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man U. because
not mine.
no, bro,
That
Man
has
U,
potential.
Man U has potential. No, all banter,
all
like
banter, all
like
banter.
leave all banter.
All banters.
Man U has potential. Like with the kind of young players like Mitomoli, Rashford, like all of them are right now. While people are like throwing bants now, as they are young, they are still. You need a manager that can groom those guys. That's how championship teams. You can make a championship team instead of going out to buy world class players. You groom those boys. Say there's potential. I'm not saying that they'll win. No. Same thing with Chelsea. There's potential. I'm not saying I don't know if they'll win. Arsenal's potential and this decade.
I mean, that's 10 years. You guys have 10 opportunities to win.
Yeah, this decade. Don't worry.
You guys are at least a top 5, at least top 6 most like funds are going into that.
This
club.
decade. Shall we do Dang? You hear what he said? He was like he wants to finish his last project. Then he's coming.
Dangote is the
richest man in Africa, not Nigeria. Richest man in Africa.
That's true.
Yeah. What does he want to do? He wants to buy Arsenal.
Yeah, he's been wanting to buy us since, but all these side projects.
10 years. Don't let them fool you.
Not 10 years now. It's not been a while. The first rumor came in like 2016.
Okay, 4 years.
But this one he said it himself. I wish I had this thing. Credible source. The guys like when he finished 2021. No, it wasn't the Sun. 2021 is like when he finished his last project. He's coming to buy Arsenal.
What does he do?
He's into like agriculture.
Like,
He sells cement,
he does like the
energy, oil. Like he has like a couple refineries in Nigeria.
Finally, he just got the refinery. It's not that.
Like he's also into oil. So like the guy, he's the richest man in Africa.
He does little shit that a regular person should do, but nobody's smart enough to do, which makes no sense to me.
I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy in Nigeria.
Nigeria did not grow their own tomatoes until he came in like 2 years ago. That's so stupid to me, but
guy, don't worry, it's Nigerian
it's
money.
not about no worry, but like
we're going to sign back Iwobi.
we eat stew every day. What? No. If you're hungry right now back home and you know there's something in the fridge, what is it?
But guy, but
No,
that's
no, answer my
I know,
question.
and
Answer
I
my
know
question.
stew is the thing, but
Answer my question
But-
first.
I know it's stew.
Why
But
don't
wait,
we-
let me
why don't
land.
We don't even grow tomatoes.
Let me land. No,
you
tomato.
guys get
Tomato is not
we
easy.
used to, we
No,
used to
no.
import all of our tomatoes until we.
It's not.
growing
It's
them
not.
2 years
It's not an
ago.
easy crop to grow.
I
You
don't
know.
wanna hear that.
No, bro. The thing is that you didn't. I don't think you grew up in Nigeria well enough to know how sad that country is.
Oh, I know.
Now I'm thinking like people mismanage a bunch of things.
No,
Like the general problem with Africa is there's a lot of potential. They won't talk about a place that has potential. From people being smart to resources, but nobody wants to manage it well and not be corrupt. There are countries that have gold, like countries have gold, countries have limestone. There's oil. There's oil in Africa, but what do? We send the oil somewhere else. They will refine the oil, then we now buy it back.
Buy it back.
Now I'm saying it's like,
That's why he just did those.
but
refineries.
if we used to have those plants in Nigeria, they won't maintain it properly. They won't train people in the communities. Just like how like you have here in America. Now like you see in America, it's like they want you to go and learn something and come back and serve. You know, you work what you've learned there. Nigeria, they won't have those funds required to pay people to teach people. So all those things is like it's not easy.
So basically, they just think short term, not long.
Not really. I mean,
they don't think big enough. They think very what can give me money fast.
yeah, and like Dangote already had money before he started all those things. It's not as if he just woke up one day and planted tomato and became a billionaire. Like he's from the north. He was already very rich. Like he probably has generational wealth. So it's easy for someone to have money. It's like now if you had a lot of money now, you could probably go to Nigeria and become a big time film mogul.
Fuck no, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, you probably wouldn't.
I know what you're saying. Like
You probably wouldn't, but bro, you would make more money in Nigeria than you would here, and that's facts. If you had money, let's say you had millions, and you went back to Nigeria right now, and you brought very nice refined CGI to the Nigerian film world, you don't know how much money you will make. It's just when you don't have one thing with not having money is you are scared to invest. When you see in life, when you don't have to take risk, you do better. When you are not under pressure, you do so much better than someone that's under pressure. Okay, like now, typical scenario now. Let's say you're playing indoor now. You want to tell me that if you were playing professional under the lights and it was like a championship game, are you going to play the same way you are playing under the lights? Are you not going to play better when you're in?
Yeah.
I'm saying it's like when you have money,
Some people might be worse though.
some people might be worse, some might be better, but for the most part, if you know how statistics work, if you take an average, everybody will play better when there's no pressure. So imagine now, like, I mean, I don't know how much you have in your account, but let's say I brought a business idea to you now, and like let's say you had just $500 in your account, and I need you to put down 500. We don't know whether tomorrow the stuff is going to boom. It's a 50-50 chance. You will probably sleep on that thing for 2 weeks. But let's say I told you, oh, give me $5, but invest $5, you're going to make close to 5 figures. You will drop that money immediately, whether you lose or not. I'm saying there's no pressure. I'm saying if you are going back with limited funds, and one thing in life, in business, is the risk. You don't know if it's going to succeed, but you hope it's going to succeed. And I'm saying, like, Dangote already, the guy has money. It's not today he became rich. So there's no risk. There's no risk in him.
But the issue is,
it's just like him buying Arsenal. There's no risk now. It's not as if he's dropping all his coins.
But my point is, Dangote is not the only rich person there.
He's not the only rich person.
So why is it only? He seems like the only visionary in Nigeria.
The thing is that most people that are doing well in Nigeria are not in public eye to start with. There are a lot of people that are doing business in Nigeria. Dangote is just more public because he's the richest man in Africa. So everything he does is going to be heightened. Obasanjo too has farm, and he's a billionaire from that farm. A bunch of Igbo people have transport systems that link from the east to the west. They make millions from it. But I'm saying, when there is no pressure to do something, you just do better automatically. Just like whenever Trump talks about he took a small loan of 100 million to start his business. Come on, you know.
It's small.
I'm saying now, like anything that seems small to you,
drop in the bucket.
Like you just do fine. Yeah, Dangote Arsenal. Yeah, will give us some of that energy.
I doubt it.
2021.
Fuck no.
2021.
So is this reports that saying that he wants to buy Arsenal?
No, he has been talking about it since because he's an Arsenal fan. He has actually been talking about it.
So do you think that you guys would sell if he?
I mean, that one is up to Cronky now.
Yeah, you guys just got this.
No, he has been there. He's been the bane of our existence.
How long?
He's been there since 2000. It was 2008 because it was him.
That's recent though. That's fine.
It was him and Usmanov. He owns the Rams and the Nuggets.
Damn.
And guess who he's married to? Daughter of one of the daughters of Walmart. That's how he became rich.
Daughters of who?
Walmart.
Oh.
That's how he became rich now. I mean, he had money, but not to this level. So because the problem with Cronky was he has most of the shares. Not as if he owns us now. I mean, clubs, not as if you can outright just own. You're not Jerry Jones. You have to, if you own more shares in the club, then you make.
They put you as the face.
They put you as the face because you're the one. You own more of the club, so it's either every decision goes through you.
How much does he own? What percent?
He owns over 80% of the club.
Yeah,
that's why people were so annoyed because it was Usmanov was the person. It was both of them. They owned about the same percent. Usmanov sold most of his shares to Cronky, and people preferred Usmanov because he was the kind of person that would
invest back in the club or
invest. Let's buy. It's like there are some managers like you guys. Abramovich. He's all about. There are just people that are all about. I just want championships every single season.
But Abramovich doesn't know where else to put his money. That's why
he just invested 247 million.
That I'm saying, but their pull is like I want the championship every single season. The season you don't perform, you're out. It's not we're not here to stand on ceremonies.
Yeah,
the
so
one season you do rubbish, you're out.
Puts more pressure on us then.
But there are just people like Cronky. I just want to make money.
Yeah.
And in sports, you're going to make money.
Does he really make that much off of Arsenal or no?
Jesus Christ, yes. No, you know how much? You know Arsenal has the highest season ticket sales in the whole of Europe. Wow. They charge the most and they have the most sales. And you know
why is that?
Their fan base is
we have not even just loyal. We have the biggest fan base too in English sports. It's just crazy. I don't even know how that is possible. And for the longest time, that has been the running theme with like Arsenal itself is the fan base in Asia, especially. That's why, like, if you were into business, what Ozil did then, he would be like, I mean, not if you don't have a voice. Well, come on. It's like the Rockets too. The Rockets are like probably the biggest team in China because of Yao Ming. So if you're not going to burn that bridge, you know how much those people invest from TV to merchandise. That's why, like, one thing that's making teams now so good in England is TV money. When they struck that deal, teams would all get almost the same amount of money from TV. So now it's like teams like Wolves now can go out there and bargain.
Even Bournemouth.
And bargain. So now it's like players are not just a player right now is not going to be like, oh, let me go to Chelsea because they are going to give me money when Wolves can give you the same amount of money. So now like all that money coming in is making the market very competitive now. So before, back in the days, if you watch soccer or football rather from 2000 and I started watching football from 2004. From 2004 to like 2012. Whenever a team comes from the championship, they are going back. Like they are going back.
Remember Bolton, Portsmouth.
Now, all those teams, whenever they come,
Blackburn
you will probably finish like 17, 16, and next season you go back. It was really a farmers union back then because the only 4 teams that were good was Man U, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. It was always those 4. Then you have Man City, Everton, Spurs that will fight for 5th, 6th, 7th. Then I think you had like Fulham, Blackburn, Aston Villa. Sometimes they will jump up, they will come down because bigger teams made more money. TV was paying them on because nobody was going to. You won't put a maybe Bolton Fulham game over any Man U game. It was, but now, and also the way like the media shows EPL, every game is like box office.
Yeah.
Now you see even like maybe Sheffield and Man City now is playing. Everybody wants to watch.
It's not clear
because now they know that no, it's not. Look at Wolves now beat Man City twice. It wasn't like that back in the day. So like now, like as a fan, obviously you're confident that your team can win every game. But deep down, you know, no game is sure.
I think everything's a banana skin at this point.
Now I'm saying no game is sure in Prem. Like banter aside, there's no game I enter confidently and even if my team is winning 4-0 first half. DPO has.
If I'm up 2-0, I'm still like. Hey.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like,
the point where you don't
like now and that's why our league is the best league in Europe because it keeps you watch that game for 90 minutes. Back when I was young, guy, once Liverpool scores 3-0, my dad will off gen. Like he will put up the gen. I'm like, why is he watching again? Now they've already won.
Yeah.
But now 3-0. Next thing you go to go and pee 2 goals. Literally 2 goals.
It's true.
So
but the thing is, like that the fact that it is so competitive is good, and it's also been it's actually making things worse in like competitiveness outside of England. Because when we go to Champions League, it's not close.
Yeah, it's like it's not
unless
close.
You're Liverpool.
I mean,
City.
recently we've.
like last year, like you know, we had 5
but the good thing about economic growth is it's going to affect other leagues too, and like it's going to get to a point where it's just like arguments LeBron fans always make is like, oh, LeBron wasn't he didn't play good enough teams to come out of the East. So when he now got to the NBA finals, he was bad. You will get to a point where every top 14 that comes out of the Premier League will be very good.
Yeah, that's exactly how.
And then with the more money I'm making, because one thing that makes him suffer in Champions League is there's no depth. So it's just like City now. You have a first 11 and you have another first 11. Same thing in Liverpool, you have a first 11, then you have players like Origi, Shaqiri that can come and play like first team players.
Oxley, yeah.
So it's like he's going to get to that point, and it's all like because people say the NBA is a copycat league. EPL too is a copycat league, man. When you see something that has been working, just like how Conte, the 2 example is Conte. 3 defenders at the back. What did everybody just start there?
The next season, everybody was switching to 3.
This Liverpool formula now,
and then it went to Pep's playing from the back.
Everybody now is now playing from the back.
Yeah. And then pressing.
Now like this high press. Now so everybody will keep, and it's like you do it till somebody will find the cure. And our person, and our mind, most managers are really smart.
The peak though.
It's not the peak.
I don't think it can get better than this.
It can.
Oh yeah.
It will.
You think it can?
It can get better than this.
I'm
telling you when
we feel like Chelsea's a regular club with.
Bro, they were. My dad used to tell me that there was a time where if you had told him English teams will not play conventional 2 strikers up top 4-4-2, he would have said it was a lie. For years.
Oh yeah.
For years, they were playing 4-4-2.
Now you never.
Next thing you know, what did the Germans do with Muller? False 9. He just takes one person from Italy or from Germany to come and bring something that you've not, something so small that you've not seen before. I'm saying it's not the peak.
It sounds good, but I think it's the peak.
It's not, bro. Everything sounds good until something new comes. Do you know how good passing from the back was? Now it's not high press, But the thing is that like
But
most,
it's not as much as
it's
high
not
press.
as good as
Everybody's
high press. Now everybody now is doing high
that's
press.
because it's you have to have the personnel to do passing from the back.
You have to have personnel to have two
No, but there
strikers, or
seems that
you
they
have to
don't
have personnel to
There
do
seems that
false
they don't have
nine.
personnel to do that, and they still try and do it.
No, they tried to do it, but like successfully. I think, and like Everton did high press on us, and they beat us 3-1. We look like a
That's what I'm saying, because that's the in thing now. Something is going. See, the thing about humans is that there are people that like change. There are people that bring the change. What it just takes for one scout to watch one championship game and see one mad tactician do something nobody has seen. Then you now come and now tell people. Next thing you know, maybe one manager will come to EPL and bring it. It's like that three defender stuff. That thing sounded ludicrous to me when I first heard it. I'm like, my team is heading 4 defenders who are still bad. It's now 3. That season, bro, that season alone, you did one of the biggest frauds in that Chelsea team I've seen, Marcos Alonso. That season made Marcos Alonso. Bro, we know Victor Moses has been cold, Alonso, man. Sean, bro, we know Victor Moses is cold. Don't hate. But you know Victor Moses traditionally is a winger. He's not even he's not even a wing back. It's Alonso, bro. That season,
it's crazy.
That season, Alonso was mad.
Remember when he scored those 2 goals against Spurs?
That season, Alonso. Then now look at what happens when you now really play him as a left back. You now see how rubbish, like the man cannot. Yeah. He cannot defend that. So I'm saying is like,
I do think the new wave could be what Chris Wilder is doing with Sheffield, of like really only having one man back and everybody goes up. But everybody can still find a way to get back on defense.
Well, we'll see now.
I think it takes a big club to do it before.
He has to take a big club.
Sheffield is 6th.
No, but I'm saying they are not like they don't have a name yet. They don't have a name. It looks like you tweeting some nice tweets now. Let's see, one nurse's account to tweet the exact same thing.
Now
like I highly doubt Pep Guardiola will go now do what Chris Wilder is doing.
But I didn't say, because I'm just saying I think that could be the new.
Yeah, it could be if a big manager does.
Yeah, because I think it's crazy.
But this happens in all sports though, because just like you were saying, like with the Warriors, how they started doing threes, everybody else started doing threes.
It's not even.
It's the
small ball thing is what the Warriors. That small ball lineup, Hampton 5.
What is crazy, because you would see as the league was going with the threes. I was surprised that nobody thought of it before then.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. You wouldn't know,
because it seemed like you didn't need the traditional big man anymore. Because
it's literally just positionless.
So then why didn't somebody?
It's because you've watched basketball.
But that's the thing, is like you watch basketball so much. Who are those that dominate? Bigger players now. Back like traditionally, basketball is meant for very height advantage people. Yeah. But now the league has now changed such a way that someone that is 5'9", that's what I was, because I have a cousin that plays basketball, like he's young, and I was telling his mom. Is that right now in basketball, you really don't even need to be that tall. You just need to find one thing. Look at Pat Bev now.
Just defense.
Just find one thing you're good at, and
then shoot threes.
And then they must in thing now is 3 and D.
Yeah,
defend and shoot. You don't even, if you are 6'4", you can start as a power forward.
There's people who have made careers 3 and D.
3 and D, just space the floor.
Even this might change down the line too.
I think it will. I think the unicorn is going.
Yeah, the unicorn is about to be the next thing.
Going to be the next thing.
You have a starting 5 of Giannis.
Or I mean.
Yeah, Giannis.
I think KD's the best, because
Giannis, that build of players.
Yeah.
Is going to because
I mean, like I said, there wasn't Gatorade in the 80s, so now that things are
like people are more conditioned.
Exactly, and we see how players play on TV, because at any moment you can put on YouTube and see Shamgar tutorial. Bro, these 13-year-olds will rock you. Like now,
these guys, you see some guys that are dunking.
Look at what John Morant's doing this season. I'm finally starting to care about the NBA now. John Morant's acting like a point guard who has been there. You saw what he did to you guys yesterday.
He's good.
That guy's cold.
Nah, the boys.
He's cold.
I
And
told you
a
he's winning
rookie.
Rookie of the Year. I told you.
Yeah, but Zion's not
I-
playing till
no, but
Nah, bro. Like even if Zion is
I
there,
literally told you that's
I
why.
really don't know.
No, but
I really don't know what more Zion can do.
No, I didn't.
That on top
I
Jamorant.
literally-
Apart from
no,
dunking.
Wait, I didn't.
Bro,
Did I not say-
Jamorant is a walking and one highlight.
Let me tell you something. I did. Like I remember this happened. The injury for Zion happened. I told you I don't care if he's like coming back from injury. He's still not gonna win it. He's out way
but
too
Ja-
long. And you I told you he's gonna be out way too long.
But we thought he was coming back.
Even if it's January, December.
No, I'm
he's
saying,
not
you
winning.
know-
the early reports say he was coming back in late October, early November.
Nah, they didn't say that.
They
Do you
did.
know his
They
injury
did.
was?
Yeah. It was they only took him out precaution in the summer league game. Summer league, right? That's
So-
all. That's all. Remember, because he hurt
So
himself
it went from October to.
That's what I'm saying. We were like, we're
I think it was supposed to be this long.
But that's what I'm saying. We
Bro,
didn't
but
know.
I mean, whether Zion is there or not, trust me.
Regardless, I knew he wasn't gonna
Jamorant.
win even if he came back.
Jamorant is cool.
Reports were saying late October,
Nah,
November in general.
Jamorant is cool.
But Jamorant's a man.
Honestly, and like this new way that the NBA is being played, the one person I feel bad for that I thought would have a very good career was Blake Griffin.
But
He did though.
But like not
He just doesn't have
to the
accolades.
point,
He
not
doesn't have the accolades.
not to the point where people
he's
expect.
just injury played.
I mean, he's been injury plagued from the
Yeah,
beginning.
He has,
But like,
now
when he came to the league, bro, you call guys like Blake Griffin a sky demon, because literally all he did was live above
What
the
they
rim.
used to call him,
Lobs,
Lob City?
yes, Lob City,
Yeah.
bro, catch lobs. That's what traditional big men love, man. Someone that would just dominate.
Because even last season,
I used to love watching the Clippers. Blake Griffin,
Blake Griffin and Johnny Jordan are catching
just had
lobs.
extra- I was like,
Bro,
what?
and that's the best person to throw lobs, Chris Paul. But now it's
Yeah,
like
exactly,
now you don't even need to live in the paint.
Yeah, but so I mean,
But the only sad
Wait,
thing
so you
about
guys
the
think-
NBA,
You guys think this generation is better than?
it's going to be.
it's going to
How?
be,
It's
bro.
going to be.
It's going to
The
be.
generation is definitely
How?
going to be.
Starting with Giannis.
I don't think the 2010s. I think 2010s were better than the 2000s easily, but I don't think they're better than the 90s. I think the 90s,
Like,
the
in
90s
ter-
were just too
in
good.
terms of talent or what?
I think everything, like
Everything?
I think the 90s is still the peak. Of
I mean, I don't know. I can't
So you're
judge
saying
because
there's
I didn't
better
watch.
people better than Kobe,
Bro,
Jordan, all
I don't
that.
understand. A team of
I don't
Giannis
know
is
about
going to
that.
happen eventually.
No, I'm not talking about teams. I'm talking about individual players.
Nah, bro. But honestly, one disrespect I don't like. Cause I mean, I didn't watch them play, but I've seen their highlights. Is that Kobe and Shaq? I don't even AD and LeBron. I don't think they
Kobe
can
and-
rock
no,
Kobe and
it's
Shaq.
It's Shaq that I'm really like.
Bro,
no,
did you
bro,
see
no,
what Shaq used to do to people?
But
People keep saying Shaq can't play this generation.
Bro,
but I won't lie
Shaq
to
played
you.
this generation.
I won't lie to you. Giannis is so similar to Shaq. It's just that Giannis is just skinnier.
I say Giannis. Chuks, the difference is LeBron's 34. Kobe and Shaq were fresh. So
No. Shaq was 30.
Shaq was not.
Shaq was close to 30 when he started playing with LeBron.
Bro, let's not even talk about
Shaq
that.
came in
No,
they won in
If we
6
did
years.
Shaq versus AD, bro, AD would look so trash.
No, bro, Shaq
Bro, he
is
would look
bigger.
so trash.
AD
More-
can stretch the floor.
Not,
I mean,
He's not gonna be able to keep up outside the pit.
no, but if we're talking about
no,
offense
but
only-
like, have you seen AD shooting numbers? People talk like the guy
The
guy shoots
like,
well.
He's
Like,
a sharpshooter, but he can shoot.
I mean, yeah, he can
Yeah, he
shoot
can get
now,
a-
You have to
bro.
you have to guard him.
Allow Shaq the time to train like Anthony Davis
But
to
that's
shoot.
what I'm saying. But that's because
He would have learned
But
too.
that's what I'm saying. Now,
But I'm
you
saying-
have to-
But it
Nah,
also
bro, Shaq-
depends on the style.
Yeah,
Shaq-
you have to adapt
yeah.
to shooting three.
Shaq
No, but
was a
that's what I'm saying,
force,
depends on
man.
And
what
also,
type of era
don't
we're
forget,
playing.
Shaq low-key had handles.
Yeah, he
no,
did.
Shaq
Like he
had
could.
handles.
Bro, he can move on the court.
He could move on the. I'm saying, bro, he's just like Giannis.
So, but let's see, let's see up and coming LeBron versus in the league AD. Come
Bro.
on now, it's gonna be pretty even.
Nah.
Bro, it's just like saying
Shaq-
Doncic and Anthony Davis.
No, LeBron's the best player we've seen since 2003.
Bro, but like Doncic is just like LeBron.
All right, moving.
Wait.
No.
Nah,
Doncic is just like LeBron.
nah,
No, he's
really,
not.
not
dude.
really.
He's
How?
Because LeBron can literally do anything once inside the paint. If you at his
Bro, did you guys watch Luka play?
Yes,
Luka is great.
He's a smooth operator, but
Yeah.
LeBron's a smooth operator. Plus, he has the build of LeBron, so it's not fair.
Bro, they are almost the same. Their games are very similar.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. He's a
here's the
smooth
thing.
operator.
LeBron at his peak, probably even now, he can dunk on anyone. Luka
Now I'm
can't.
saying, bro, Luka just needs to get more athletic. But I'm saying
I mean,
other.
I'm
I'm
not
saying,
gonna lie, you
I'm
just
saying
can't get
athleticism is probably the biggest difference.
Oh yeah, probably that.
Exactly.
I will agree with that. But
He's
like,
and
bigger
that's-
than him.
but like their game is similar.
I said
Yeah, as in they
both
can do
smooth
it all. They
operators.
can do it all. Yes.
They're both smooth operators. But
Yeah.
LeBron has the 6'8" and athleticism.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
prime LeBron, prime AD is in his prime right now.
Yeah.
Versus prime Shaq and prime Kobe is the person.
But that was even
Prime Kobe.
imagine that was even prime Kobe.
That was
Yeah,
even
that was
prime
even
Kobe.
prime
Bro,
That was even prime
prime
Kobe.
Kobe.
That was
Trust
even
me,
prime
trust
Kobe.
me.
Bro, that's
I
what
would
I'm saying.
take prime Kobe on my team
Versus
over prime LeBron.
That's
I
not-
will
no,
take
Kobe
prime
had
Kobe
Kobe
on
really
my
had
team
two generations.
That's
He had the
I
8
believe that.
over
He had the
prime.
8 and he had
Bro,
the
do you know
24.
how much of a dog Kobe
Bro,
is?
Which one? Which one?
Wait, you would take
Which one?
You would take. Wait, what was Kobe's peak
8 or
was-
24? Like which one?
Kobe's peak was that year. He was scoring like 30 points. That
Bro, there was-
record that James Harden just beat.
No,
that
there
was
was-
his peak year.
There was
No,
a
but Kobe
there was a
had
Kobe
peak
story
years.
I heard on ESPN Plus. They were like, it was a game where he scored 60. He scored 60 points in 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, isn't his career high then was like 61? They were like, oh, isn't he going to go? Kobe was like, nah, that these motherfuckers don't want that. That they should trust him. He's going to do it again. 2 weeks later, he dropped 81 on the Raptors. That's dog right there, man.
The difference
But
is
What?
LeBron's game against
That was
the
when he
Celtics
was
just
24 already,
crazy.
right?
I mean, yeah, that 45, 15, and
That game was
5.
crazy.
But yeah, imagine somebody dropping 81.
I mean, if we're being honest, now we're just splitting hairs to really just try to get. I think, me personally, the only reason I take it above him is because he's just bigger and faster.
No,
But
Kobe-
mentality
Kobe
is not
makes
even
some-
close.
Kobe
Mentality-
makes
Yeah,
some
I'm taking
fadeaways,
prime
like-
Kobe over prime LeBron.
Bro,
Any
I've seen-
day,
Who had better
I've seen-
defense?
Kobe.
Kobe had better defense.
Kobe had better
had
defense
But I'll
than
tell you
LeBron.
something.
That one is facts,
there
bro.
was games where like people
Bro.
guard Kobe to like they're holding him. And he's
And he'll just turn around and score a bucket.
They'll turn around and look at the coach. What do you want me to do?
Like, there's nothing you
What
can do. I mean, yeah, like
Yeah,
LeBron.
does.
LeBron does have
no,
those
but Kobe
games.
would do fadeaways over like 3 people.
But
and
like,
still make
but
it.
like one thing you were getting with Kobe every single game is, bro, people are like they are going to have that fear factor just seeing Kobe. I don't think LeBron exudes that fear. He exudes that respect factor because everybody walks around and is like, oh, LeBron, you know, uninterrupted, chill guy. Bro, Kobe didn't used to smile with his own teammates. Man that literally would grow his own teammates. It's not his opponent.
You know, he said
Before Steph, I would say Kobe was the only person who how did he make that shot? But
No,
now
it's
it's Steph.
Yeah, but nice Steph,
the
man.
time where Kobe was talking about his friends that used to club a lot. He was like, all right, let's go to the club.
Yeah, well, I remember that
He was up in
story.
the morning, but at 6 a.m. he would knock on their door.
Yeah, it's like I went out with you to the club.
Now you
Let's go
to
to the
work
gym.
with me. Now, dude, the dude mentality.
His mentality, even that Jay Williams story. I don't know if you heard that story where he was like that they had a game, like it was a game in Chicago now. So you know how like you go and practice in the court because you want to just take game time shots. He goes there and he sees Kobe working out. So him is like he starts working out now. An hour later, he turns around and he sees like Kobe is in a dead sweat, practicing like game shots. He walks out and then he leaves. Comes back that night. Kobe dropped 50 on the Bulls. That's how G Williams now asked him like, man, that like what happened? Like how is it that you could work out that hard? And yes, the Kobe was like that. He was going to stop, but for some reason, when J Williams came into the court, he was like he has to be here till he leaves and stay till after he leaves because he was like he wants to outwork everyone.
Yeah.
Like that guy is a dog, man.
crazy.
Like people don't give Kobe the credit.
They don't.
Kobe literally stayed in the Lakers for one reason only, was to win those rings without Shaq. So because everybody was like, oh, Shaq won him the rings. He stayed there.
Wild, though.
It took him a while because he didn't have
I
help.
mean, he didn't really have a squad though.
He didn't have help. You can't count Kwame
And I
Brown
think-
as help.
Dog, did you know you picked the worst player? Fuck out of here.
No, man.
Yeah, he didn't have help.
Name somebody else on
Paul
this.
Gasol, come on.
Bro, when Paul Gasol came was when he won.
Yeah.
He came 2009, then he won.
Before Paul Gasol came, like
Before
they
Paul
had
Gasol, so he
nobody.
came 2008,
They
then
had
he
nobody.
had nobody. We can't Kwame Brown as help.
Stop saying the worst teammate. Bro, yeah, Derek Fisher, chill.
Derek Fisher.
Bro, Derek Fisher is a system player. You hate to see it.
Wait, was it Derek Fisher that put up on Matt Barnes or the other way around?
It was he tried to get that smoke. Matt Barnes came after the No, bro, I hate.
It is a good point that,
See-
in all honesty, Kobe really didn't have.
But that's why I'll say this generation can't surpass that one.
Nah, but
because
that
now-
dog. That's why I love players like Jamorant and Giannis. I need.
because now
hold on. Okay,
it's-
in that decade, who was in that decade?
No,
other
no.
than
Let me speak because I think now you have like with like technology and science, they'll put limitations on you Like, oh, you can't work out more than this. Like, you'll be too tired.
Yeah.
They'll do stuff like that. They'll say, oh, game management. We don't want you to. Like, we had people who were playing with broken fingers, broken everything back then, and still hooping. Now you can't do any of that.
Because people are smart now.
Kobe,
No, but I'm saying, like,
Kobe will just swallow Panadol and go back and play. Bro, what?
No, but I mean, in all honesty, in the 2000s, who were like the generational players? We have Steve Nash, Kobe. Half of it was Shaq.
I mean, there's still
Shaq,
Dwayne Wade,
Tim
You're saying the
Duncan,
2000s?
Melo, Tim Duncan.
You're saying the
Ginobili.
Generational.
Yeah, he was, man.
John-
Six man
You
generation.
were definitely generational.
Generational.
He
They
was,
Tim
yeah.
Duncan is the best power forward. So I mean, obviously.
Bro,
But
Ginobili
you
is the
got
best
like
6
D-Wade.
I
man.
mean, compared to all the people I just said.
Bro, but like
You
Ginobili is
had
the best
D-Wade.
6 man.
I already said D-Wade.
Bro, you
We're
know,
going down the list. So it's
bro,
not like you're getting
Ginobili is the
any
best
better.
6 man. You have to put him there.
Who?
If you had gone to a better team, his numbers would have been higher. Ginobili.
Oh, Ginobili, yeah. You
He's
still,
still-
you
but
still have,
at least not points on the
you still had
park.
KG. You had Paul
KG.
Pierce.
Yeah,
Paul
wait,
Pierce.
calm down, calm down. Bro,
truth.
calm down. That's how you call Kendrick Perkins now. Bro, that Kendrick Perkins guy annoys. He annoys my
Wait,
life.
Sorry, Jersey.
Jesus.
You see what KD said?
Do you see what he said today?
What did he
Wait,
say?
what did he say
I
today?
said I'm watching the game right now, and John Moran may be a top 5 point guard in the league right now. I said,
Bro, that guy, you know that it's honestly that is probably the only thing I can't forgive Kobe Bryant for was allowing Paul Pierce
Yeah.
and those lots to win
But
that.
it doesn't make sense how like.
But he came back and won the next year.
But I'm saying, though, that one championship, the one has given them the audacity.
Because what did
That I'm saying, bro. Even KG is talking like when he was playing for the Timberwolves, he wasn't crying. He was not saying that it was him that ran Bron out of town.
Yeah.
Look how nonsense is that. It's like, yo, you were in there begging for help for the greater part of like your career there. The minute you leave and you now go to a team that had all stars, you now win one ring, and you're now putting your bald head
Bald head.
to say nonsense. No, KG annoys me. The one that irritates me the most is Kendrick Perkins.
Like, you know, that boy.
He just had the mouth to say,
KD said, you know, we probably would have won if my starting. There was just so much going on with like Kendrick Perkins and.
nah, he's a bum.
What did Paul Pierce say? A better career than the way Wade, right?
That's
he's just
what
trying
he
to
claimed.
build.
He was like that if he had Shaq, that he would have also won, and if he had LeBron. But I'm like,
What-
Wade literally won Shaq that 4th championship.
Wait, I'm confused. What achievements does Paul Pierce have other than the championship?
That's all, and
Scoring
maybe
title?
being an all-star. He doesn't have any. He literally doesn't have any.
He's just an all-star.
He's just an all-star. I'm saying the only two generational players on that team are KG and Ray Allen. That's all. Paul Pierce should even open his lips.
Rondo was too.
Not
Until
generational.
the
He was a
game
great
changed.
player.
Bro, he wasn't that was like the second year of his rookie season. Or he was a rookie then, the second year he won the championship. Like he wasn't really he was just very nice to watch.
Yeah.
He was just, bro, you could put Quinn Cook in that team. All he needed was someone that would distribute the
No,
ball.
no,
disrespect
no,
Rondo.
I'm not gonna lie. Their starting 5 was too cold. Their starting 5 was Rondo, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, KG, and then
Was it Rasheed
and
Wallace?
Big Baby. It was
Yeah.
Big
I thought it was
Baby
Wallace.
or
Big Baby
Kendrick
Davis.
Perkins. They had a squad back then. But I named 8 people that were like generational talents, right? And I mean, okay, so let's go back. Let's do it over again so we can really gauge it. We had Kobe. Half of the decade was Shaq. Tim Duncan. I'll let you have Ginobili. Steve Nash. Who else? Dwayne Wade. Melo. Well, Melo, not gonna lie, we need to.
Nah, he's there,
Melo
man.
was definitely. Don't disrespect Melo. Melo was definitely there.
Amara still in my head too.
Still.
He was now in that Mike D'Antoni system.
I'm not allowing
In that Mike D'Antoni Sons.
2-3 years. Yeah, Steve Nash.
In that Mike D'Antoni
Yeah, Steve
Sons.
Nash. No, Steve Nash making him look good.
But he was still.
What
hooping.
did he do when he left?
I mean, he hooped that first year when he
What?
went to the Knicks, and then after that, it was
Hooping
just.
is an understatement. Is a
Yeah,
understatement.
in that. Please put
okay.
Mike D'Antoni in there too.
Okay,
Generational manager.
There's still
No, he
CP3.
did. CP3 for sure.
Who was?
Dirk.
Dirk, yeah.
Yeah, he has to be there.
Oh, are
This
you
guy
gonna
has
put
to
Jason
be
Kidd
there.
in there?
Yeah.
High key,
Nah.
you have to.
2000s?
Jason, I'm talking about generational players.
I mean, he's.
We don't even talk about Jason Kidd no more.
He's like top 5 in assists.
AI.
He is.
I mean,
Yeah.
would you?
Yeah.
He's a top 5 in assists.
Well,
like you gotta put him.
I will put him in there even though he came in '96, but you know he went to championship in 2001. So
Yeah.
even though he only won
And
one game.
what? 11 was it? 2011.
He
Second
was in
time.
the league.
2000.
AI?
Whenever. Oh, you say AI. I thought you were talking about kids.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, those are plays. But when we look at 2010s, come on now, like.
What's in 2010? You literally just have Giannis.
You literally just have who?
Giannis, AD. Harden.
Kevin Durant,
Steph.
Derrick Rose,
Rose was
Klay
2010s?
Thompson, Russell Westbrook. I think because we also watched too, man. It's like,
I don't think we've named enough players in the 2000s.
yeah, I don't think we have. I've even seen some guys here too.
We're talking about generation, not just the bet. Like
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard was definitely
2000s.
generational. He was definitely generational.
Yeah,
back.
Dwight Howard.
He took the Magic to the finals. Yeah.
Tracy McGrady.
Who?
T-Mac.
T-Mac.
True.
Vince Carter.
Vince, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
this dude was jumping over people
Vince
to
Carter
dunk
went
on
to,
them.
like, the first round.
When's the last time you saw somebody jump over somebody to dunk?
Huh? We literally just saw that in the dunk contest this whole decade.
What do you mean this whole thing?
Wait. Aaron Gordon.
Wait.
dunked over
Why
a
are you
man.
talking about Aaron Gordon?
Aaron Gordon literally dunked over somebody.
That's a dunk
spinning.
contest, though.
He was spinning. Somebody was spinning, and he grabbed the ball through his
So
under his legs and
Aaron,
dunked it.
so Aaron Gordon's a better dunker than
Yes!
Vince Carter.
Is that count?
Wait, the Vince Carter.
Who's the better? Vince Carter.
No, but Vince Carter jumped over somebody
Vince.
in a game.
That's cap,
In a-
bro.
Bro, Loki.
Don't
No,
let
it's
this
Vince.
get
Now,
to
bro.
Don't
This is
let
a
this
dunk where he jumped over a man. In game, not dunk contest.
That dunk contest
Bro,
in the game.
which in-game Aaron Gordon dunk have you? Bro, and the best in-game dunker right now. So it's not, you can't even put Aaron Gordon on that. Bro, I'm talking about over people like posterizing.
Posters.
Posters, bro, like
Okay,
bro,
posters, yeah.
this kind of jumps over a man.
But
Literally,
but posters don't have to
rumor has it that his wife left him immediately. Like rumor has it that his wife, that guy's wife, immediately like she felt in her body that she had to divorce her husband. She hasn't seen the play yet, but rumor just has it. You know, it's for
That's
someone
what she's
to jump.
saying, innit?
You know how much jump. The next person that is the best posterizer in that game right now is Giannis. Remember when he jumped over Tim Hardaway?
Yeah.
Literally.
DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin maybe like poster, like they have more
Poster.
legendary
I mean, yeah, they have more posters, but
Younger LeBron
even
was a poster.
Chauncey Billups too. He won for Finals MVP. Now it was him
I
that
mean, they had a cold squad though.
Ben
Well,
Wallace,
cold,
Rashid Wallace,
but they were just great pieces that they all just came together.
even Metal World Peace too.
on Indiana.
Okay.
On
Pau
Indiana.
Gasol.
Paul, yeah, I was about to say Paul
Also
Gasol,
generational talent.
Lama
I mean,
Odom.
you were talking about how he changed life for the Lakers.
Yeah,
When Kobe was
he's
there.
a great player, but he's not generational talent.
But yeah, bro, but 2010s, man, have some.
I think edges them out, bro.
Guy,
I think you
They
guys.
had a man. In this day we had a man averaging a triple double 3 years in a row. Wow,
That's because this generation is about stat padding. That's
Yes,
what it
he
is.
was stat padding, but that's still bonkers though.
No, people still do that now.
yeah, you have Kawhi.
There's no defense in this generation.
Kawhi that made LeBron to shake.
But LeBron's
Cool,
old.
Kawhi's generational talent.
Guy, Kawhi made LeBron. Like, I don't know if you've seen that clip 2014 final where.
Kyrie,
When
Nah, honestly, man, that guy is too much of a drama queen, man.
I mean, that's not the point though.
If he behaved, he can
He's
be.
definitely a
Because
talent.
honestly,
Generational talent.
you can't tell me someone is generational
those-
when he has no
those-
impact
those-
on his team winning or losing.
So
Nah,
he didn't have impact winning in 2016.
no, but those.
Bro, I mean, like he was there before LeBron came.
Yeah, then the best player came and they both
We're talking about-
they both
we're
were
talking
going
about-
off.
We're talking about handles and finishing at the rim.
He's
as a
probably
guard.
the best, he's probably the
I've
best
never,
finisher
I've
at
never
the rim.
seen.
Nah,
I've
he's
never
not-
seen a guard.
guard
finish
wise,
better.
who's a better finisher?
Guard- I've never
Westbrook.
seen- Nah,
Kyrie
Nah,
Irving
Westbrook.
got it here.
No, it's
Westbrook's my favorite player.
no, it's not even that he's on the Rockets, bro. Westbrook is the
No.
best finisher at the rim.
Westbrook
he's
is
not.
Westbrook is a trend. Like he will come at you and go. Finish.
The only thing I can say Kyrie is better than Westbrook is contact finishing at the rim. That's where you can make that argument,
Kyrie
but
doesn't
finishing
have
at
to
the
go
rim.
back.
He will bounce the ball
At
off
the very top- at the very top of the
very corner. So like it'll just turn and enter the phone. No,
Nah, bro, me, I
it's
think
just-
it's
it
Westbrook.
doesn't spin and
I would take Westbrook over him just
Westbrook's
because.
my favorite player. I still say.
Nah,
like,
Kyrie's
Kyrie's
I mean, yeah, Kyrie's layout package is next to none.
But I still think the 90s is still. I think we haven't peaked since then.
Yeah, there hasn't been a peak. The
The
90s
90s
were the.
90s was peak.
I wish
Shaq.
I
Peak
wish
Shaq.
I
But if you think-
watched. Well, literally, they will send three men. The guy would just.
Who, Jordan?
No, Shaq, man. They will send like three. The guy will just turn around.
No, but no, like see
And Yamiton, how many people?
Screenshots of Jordan's face getting covered like this, and he still makes the shot.
Bro, even
That's not-
even that clip where Jordan blew a kiss to Mutombo, closed his eye and took the free throw. Yeah, that kind of one, that kind of banter.
That
You
would
can't
not
even
be
see
allowed.
right now.
We didn't
He
see that.
dribbled, looked at him. So
Coach-
I'm gonna
coach
make
should
this
take
right
you
now.
out.
That's what I'm saying. Guys like Jamorans can bring it back.
Yeah.
Can bring out because the 2010s was so friendly.
Yeah, we were a little bit too friendly. Yeah.
But if
friendly.
you pick the top 3 players from 2000s versus top 3 in 2010s, it's still 2000s.
I don't believe that.
I think so.
Kobe,
Shaq-
Kobe, KD, Steph, I think will beat anybody.
Wait, Kobe's in what generation?
2000.
Yeah, why'd you say him?
I said KD. I meant KD.
KD, Steph.
KD, LeBron, Steph.
LeBron is
Over-
definitely 2000s. What are you talking about?
I mean, his best.
I
is
mean, he's
2010.
both.
He
Dude.
can't-
He's
didn't
both.
win
He
rings.
didn't win
He
anything.
came early 2000s.
He didn't win rings till this decade.
I mean, you're talking about rings, but I'm talking about dominance.
won-
He started his
was
dominance
best.
from the moment he
Yeah,
came
started,
in.
but
Bro-
he was best in this.
Bro, I won't lie, man.
He's still
The
dominating
best
today.
scorer I've ever seen, KD. I don't know
Nah, KD's
anybody.
the best scorer of all time.
I don't see
Best scorer?
anybody.
Nah,
Of all time, yes, he's the best scorer of all time.
he's not.
Who's a better scorer than him?
Jordan.
Nah.
Jordan's a better.
See,
He can
see,
score
bro.
from
See,
anywhere on
let
the
me
court.
let me tell you. Put KD in the Mike D'Antoni offense,
Oh my god,
bro.
promise you-
Please.
You know when you guys yell intercourse, this is something more than intercourse.
Sexual
man.
misconduct.
It's not a social
I'm
misconduct. This
letting you
is
know now.
basically
The moment-
they will call it ejaculate and
The
evacuate.
moment
The guy will have that ice in a bucket. He'll
the
go
moment
back.
KD has to play a game with the flu, he's getting 5 points that game. The moment he has contact on him,
Guy,
he's
we're
not
talking about
finishing
score. I'm not saying challenge.
Bro,
We're saying Jordan.
like Jordan was getting.
but I mean that's not fair.
Bro, it doesn't.
Exactly, that's my point. It was
But no,
not
bro,
fair.
I'm saying-
You can't-
that was not
you can't agree
fair.
on that rubric.
Huh?
Nah, you
No,
can't
but
go. You
that's-
can't get him
you're
on that
talking-
rubric.
yeah,
but I'm
so-
saying
You can't agree on that.
scorer.
It's only fair.
Bro,
to do that.
nobody,
It's only fair to do
nobody
that.
can guard.
It's only fair to do
See,
that. Like
the
they're,
same
they're
way-
grabbing me, pulling me down.
Bro, you know,
I still have to shoot the
you
I
know,
don't-
bro.
I don't
See,
know
you
what
know,
to say
you know
this
when
for,
they say, you know when they say that there are some shots that are unguardable, like Karim Skyhook or Nowitzki's this thing. Fade away. The one need fade away.
Right there, you can't get
Bro,
closer.
KD's
You can't get
bro,
closer than that.
KD's pull up has never. I've not seen it blocked before to start with. At least in recent times, you've seen guys. But I mean, they say James Harden step back. Have you seen some of the stats on his step back?
We don't talk about James Harden on this podcast.
Bro, you know that is his most efficient shot.
We don't talk about James Harden on this podcast.
But
My thing is-
nevertheless, bro, KD, no one can guard that
Yeah,
pull up.
KD's the best scorer,
my
but
thing
Jordan's
is
second.
my thing is he wouldn't be able to do that in that
Yeah,
generation.
Bro,
but you
someone-
adapt to
KD,
that.
no,
But
there's no adaptation when it comes to that. Like when I tell you they're grabbing you, pulling you down,
everybody-
KD would,
But I'm saying pulling up,
huh?
like just that pull up three he does.
Yeah,
You can't guard it.
You
I mean,
I mean, now you
except
can't.
ex-
Back then you could just hit him.
But I'm saying, bro, he's going to adapt.
Huh?
Imagine him adapting.
he's
to
going to
that.
get stronger. How do you know?
Don't say
Huh?
that, don't say that.
Bro,
Bro,
KD
they'll
is just
break
he's
KD in
he's
one-
just
in
weak
one
on. In
season,
fact,
he will
yo,
retire.
tag KD in this.
KD will
He's going
retire
to
one
reply.
season.
No, for real, he's going to reply. Use this clip, bro. KD is make sure you catch Melvin's face. Tag him. Is going to reply. KD
KD
I
wouldn't
bet.
last in-
No,
in
just
Jordan's
this, bro.
generation.
Alright.
Tag KD.
Actually, I'll send it to you so you can.
If you're hearing
No, I'm
KD,
saying KD.
you wouldn't last in Jordan's generation.
Bro, KD
I
would-
don't think anybody would.
Bro, I'm
That's
saying-
because we play in a different era.
Bro, KD would last. He's only soft on
No,
Twitter.
but I'm saying,
Bro, KD
Bro,
would.
he's-
I think
Bro,
we would adapt. I think everybody would adapt.
Bro,
It's just
KD.
everybody
What do you-
would adapt.
What do you mean everybody would adapt?
Everybody would adapt. because
Like
that's
you're
the
not
vibe.
physically capable, is what I'm saying.
See, bro, when you're putting this on the cream, when you put it, I'll tag KD. He has to say something. KD would survive, bro. KD, the only era I don't see him killing it is the one Wilt played in. How Wilt guy was putting up 50 points a game? Only God knows if that's when Paul went to fight the Vietnam War and and they were left with plumbers. They were left with plumbers
But
to
then
play.
again, he was also having sex with like 500 women, so he had to, he had a lot going for
Yeah,
him.
that's what Pep said. Yeah. I mean, those of us that are waiting to marriage, you can't relate.
Exactly. Us
But-
virgins.
But that Wilt guy, 50 points, every 50 points a season. The next person that will do that,
James Harden, if anything.
bro, honestly, James Harden can do it.
I don't think he can do it.
He can do
shoots
it.
enough.
I don't think nobody in the league will.
He
allow
shoots
Bro,
enough.
The teammates allow you to shoot that much, he can probably do it.
Because Russ isn't playing right now, and he put up like 40 shots.
Yeah.
Jordan had like 3.
Yeah, let me even see the
That's sad.
let me even see the box score for that.
But I mean, I mean, you can disagree, but I mean, we can say KD's the best scorer of all time. I think
he's
I think
close.
Jordan's
He's up
second.
there.
I think Jordan's second just because you weren't stopping him.
You literally
If you wanted to win the game, you're not stopping him.
See, I used to think James Harden was the best like scorer of offensively. But I'm saying if you put KD in that Mike D'Antoni system,
Yeah, he scored 500.
man, he's going to get you, and he's going to do it more efficiently. Imagine giving KD the amount. You know, when he went to the Warriors, he was taking less shots.
Yeah.
Imagine giving KD the chance to shoot 30 times a game.
I don't think
He's going to give you. He's one of the only few. He's one of only 2 big men that are in the 50, 40, 90 club. 50% field goal, 40% from 3, and 90% free throw. That's efficient. That is something only guards were doing. It's like of Steph, Isaiah Thomas. Like, you can't find a big man that can be that efficient. Imagine not giving that guy, because James Harden is the most inefficient scorer.
Nah, Russell Westbrook is.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like volume shooters, Westbrook and James Harden, you can argue like Dame Lillard, all these guys that they have to shoot volume. That their team needs them to shoot volume.
Donovan Mitchell's pretty bad.
Yeah, the Mitchell is very blind. I hate volume shooters. Imagine a volume shooter.
He's right now.
I know now, but I don't like them. Imagine a volume shooter that is effective, like KD. Bro, remember the playoffs, bro? He told Pat Bev, he's Kevin Durant. You know who he is. What does he do? 50.
But that's what I had. No, yeah, 40. That's why I had Steph winning MVP this year, because I thought.
Bro, did he have 40 or 50?
He had 40.
He dropped 50 now.
No, he had 40, and that's why I thought Steph was gonna win MVP this year, because I thought with no Clay and just D'Angelo Russell, they're just gonna unleash him again, and he's just gonna go off. But you know,
they say he might come back after
All-Star break, and it doesn't matter. They're the second.
And he's in the voting to be in it.
Fuck it. No, he's not gonna make it. He might after.
Might make it.
They're saying after he's gonna make it.
No, because they said they're reevaluating him on February 1st.
Anyways, we'll see.
Bro, he dropped 50 points
against Pat Bev, right?
Was it the next game?
Yeah, it was when he said, "I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am." Dropped 50. After Pat Bev was harassing, they were 3-1 up. Now then, Clippers now made it 3-2. Pat Bev was making all the noise he could make.
No. It was it was like after game 3 though.
Bro, this guy is brutal.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy, and people don't give him enough credit.
Just because of the move, honestly.
Yeah. We'll actually let you go real quick. The last thing I want to say is Melvin didn't appreciate this. I tried this on a little test episode. I've been doing these things called popular opinions. You know, I just spew things out here that I just think are unpopular, but I think they make sense. You know, hear me out, Chuks. I think you actually agree with this. Polygamy may not be that bad. Polygamy may not be too bad. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm just having this secret tool ready to be disposed.
So if you have multiple wives, off rip, there's already competition. So that means each wife needs to understand that at every moment somebody is willing and behind me trying to do better than me. So imagine the jollof rice you're eating. Couple guys having new recipes every week because they know at Shola that you just married, she can cook this and that. They have to clean everything. There's probably power rankings for wives each week.
You know what, Melvin? You know what I'm very disappointed was that this idiot thought I could see eye to eye with him on this. It's not even unpopular, guy. See, polygamy shouldn't even exist.
I thought I have a friend on this.
Okay. So would you want polygamy to be the other direction? Would you allow your wife to have? So you do competition now. Imagine if you had the other man making film for James Cameron. And you're here. Okay. See, if for me, I believe if something can be two-way, it shouldn't exist.
It's not. This was supposed to be banter. You want to go and ruin it.
No, it's not. No, this one.
It's because your wife listens to this, Abi.
Polygamy, guy, does not exist. But honestly, I have a very strong take on polygamy. Bad this do, because one of my friends at Discovery Park, if he's watching this, he'll name himself Boris. This guy literally. This guy, she should watch it. He literally was like that. As an African, he doesn't know why we allowed Western culture to come and spoil us. That's why he can't. He doesn't count it cheating. He doesn't count it as cheating. He doesn't count it as cheating. That as a man, you're just supposed to have multiple women. I was not like that, brother. So can your multiple women have multiple? He said no. Now that is just tradition. That as a man, you're just supposed.
What the caller said. If you have any Yoruba,
it's not just Yoruba boys. I'm saying it now. Be very, very scared of Yoruba men. Just look at the boys sat down here. The Yoruba boys are very dangerous.
No, we're not.
I would like they're very dangerous boys. But no, bro. The thing with polygamy is, I mean, it's one thing if like it's not marriage. Like if it's marriage, I don't see why you should marry. Especially if back in the days, people married said they will have children that they will take to the farm. Why mind all those women to only add more headache to yourself? Like girls
It
already.
wasn't a headache to them, Sha.
Yeah, girls already work, man. Imagine working full time and you're coming back to another one. It's not as if girls make your life easy.
At all.
No, but polygamy, that take is very, very unpopular. I can agree with you on some very
You
unpopular
were supposed
takes.
to help me in that one.
No, I can't.
I thought I could trust you.
Do better next week.
Nah, I
thought
can't,
could
man.
trust you.
If it's polygamy, Jesus, polygamy is bad. That thing can ruin lives. Coming back to 5 women. Just look at how small he is too.
Yeah, mad.
Imagine all the 5 want their due that night.
What do you mean? What does that have to do with me? You know there's 5 of you. Hold on, okay, who would you blame more? Wife 5 or wife 1?
If I was in polygamy, how
No,
so?
because like from the outside looking in, because why you can say wife 1 allowed all these this men to go out.
Oh,
and marry 5
if I was polygamous,
well, would you blame wife 5 that saw that there was 4 of them and that said, I'll still come and join? Who would you blame?
I don't know, man. If I was with polygamous anyway, you really have to be like future at that point. Like, nothing can be your fault. So if I go to marry that woman, it's your fault. Now that jollof rice, you should have opted. You should have
But
ordered
that's
more
what I'm
Maggi.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. Imagine the competition.
I mean, yeah, there'll be competition.
Imagine the shokoto that you're upping. They knew that are behind closed doors.
Guys,
Up it.
deep down, Melvin knows, man, that even his grandfather probably had 7 wives in Kenya. That he's not the only Uncle Melo roaming around. Hey!
Yeah.
But no, polygamy, no,
Yeah.
cancel that one.
Alright, now let's talk about Chelsea and get out of here. Burnley was really. What was it?
Yeah, let me.
Oh, well, let's do predictions real quick before you can leave. You guys play.
United is losing to Liverpool.
I hope they
by the
don't.
way.
Bro, but you know,
I want them.
that is one game that they will go and win.
Because Rashford just got injured.
Watch that boy come and play again on Sunday. It's
Okay.
not.
I actually hope they win though. I don't need Liverpool going and beating.
Okay, so we have Watford, Tottenham. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Watford, they've won their last four games, right? Under that new
They
manager.
haven't lost in their last 5.
Yeah. So
Tottenham doesn't have.
I don't know. Doesn't have a striker. Look, I'll still take
Hey, they
Tottenham.
scored
Though.
2 yesterday. I'm dead.
I'll take Tottenham. Though.
I say a draw. I think they lost last time in this fixture. It doesn't matter. They suck. Arsenal, Sheffield.
Arsenal is
It's a
winning.
draw.
Nah,
I think Sheffield will
dub,
win that game.
Arsenal.
I'll bet this. I think you guys are gonna lose.
No, we're going to win that game, bro. We have a better team. Don't worry. Pull up.
City,
There's no
Palace.
Big trust.
City, Palace.
City.
Newcastle, Chelsea. This needs to be. We beat them only 1-0 last time because they played the lowest
Is
block
is
possible.
is he in their home?
Yeah.
We played better away this season.
Yeah, we played
Oh yeah. You
They
guys.
played
You guys should win.
They played the lowest block possible and we played them.
I mean, I
last
won't be
time.
surprised since Premier League we lose.
Brighton, Aston Villa doesn't matter. Norwich, Bournemouth doesn't matter. Southampton, Wolves.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Hasn't been. Hey,
Wolves played really well today.
I want you to understand. Southampton's beaten
But they
3.
lost.
Southampton's been 3 seasons
Yeah,
in
they
the top,
lost,
in the top
but they
6
played well.
in the past 2 weeks. Well, last past 3 weeks. And Wolves is still good too.
Mhm.
I mean, they've only won 1 of the last 5, but still, I think that could be a draw. Danny Ings masterclass per usual.
Dead.
Bro, you guys need to see it, bro. Danny Ings masterclass.
Dead.
West Ham, Everton.
West Ham.
Okay.
West Ham.
Oh no,
Everton,
sorry.
it's
What am I
Everton.
saying? I had West Brom.
I was gonna really just ignore you on that one. Okay, after that, Burnley, Leicester. I hope Leicester loses so we can keep closing that gap.
Yeah.
But Leicester will probably win that game. And Liverpool,
Didi's
United.
not there.
Bro, mind you might win that.
It's in Anfield. They're not.
No, they're not.
If it was an Old Trafford, I would have went to Anfield.
You don't lose in Anfield.
Okay, but we have Tuesday games to account for. So we have Sheffield, City. Sheffield versus Man City.
Wait, what's it?
Sheffield versus Man City.
Yeah, Man City will clap
Sheffield?
them, man. Man City now they'll be playing
I
with.
thought you just said Sheffield already.
Yeah, but I'm saying we have games on Tuesday.
Oh, on Tuesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, City's
They
winning.
probably have to triple team somebody.
Yeah.
FPL.
Because I think Laporte's coming back soon.
We don't know that. We don't know when he's coming back. He's supposed to come back in December.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, just take his time. Man.
Crystal Palace, Southampton could be a really good game. Everton, Newcastle could be a really good game. Leicester, West Ham. Jesus Christ. Tottenham, Norwich. They actually just played. Tottenham, Norwich. They just played, right? Did they? Yeah. The game that dude scored the screamer own goal. What's his name? Aurier.
Wait, when did you do this?
This was over the break. I was in Canada. I remember it was 2-2.
I remember that Oreo goal.
The Christensen scored a free kick.
Oh.
Yeah. They drew 2-2. I think it could be the same thing again. United, Burnley. Who cares? United should hopefully win that game. But the game of the week.
Well, that's not just. What time is that game?
We play at 2:15. We're the prime.
What day?
Game.
Oh, it's on
Tuesday.
I'll be at Discovery Park.
The thing is, you say you were gonna be there, but you say you'll find a way. So
I think I might be in class.
Huh?
You're gonna find a way.
Wait, where do you want to watch it?
You can watch it here.
Wait, Tuesday I had class early.
I'm done by 2. I'm gonna be speeding home. Chee!
I might be here. We'll see.
Chee!
But you guys are losing.
Yeah, you guys are losing. I'm sorry. I 3-1. 3-0 really.
3-0. Alright, cool. There.
What do you
I don't think it'll be that bad. Probably like 2 or 1-0.
Alright, cool.
Hopefully Pulisic will. Oh, he
Pulisic's
probably won't
out.
be back. He probably won't be back, but still. But you know who will be back? Tomori.
Tomorrow is back. No, I don't know. Cool.
Baby Fat died.
You know they say when Tomori has played 90 minutes, we've kept a clean sheet.
It's okay now. You'll play. Watch it.
He's the second best defender in the Premier League.
Nobody's arguing with you.
Really?
Now. I know now. Tomorrow.
I'm just saying.
I'm arguing.
Why is it? Cause where's your energy? Just
No, you should.
No, we're
Don't
going
you
to pull
agree
up now.
England's number 1
center back easily.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Oh yeah,
Who?
leave.
Who?
Leave.
Tomori.
England's number 1
What's it called? A central defender.
over Maguire.
Easily.
Maguire.
No, I'm
What's
not.
Maguire done this season?
Okay.
Yeah, Maguire.
Tomori has more goals than Maguire this season.
Jay-Z goals. They used to quantify defender.
Even defending, I just told you he has more
I
clean
mean, clean
sheets.
sheets, more goals, more assists.
Guy. That Turkish guy that plays for Leicester, I've been
Soyuncu.
saying it since.
You know Soyuncu's been getting. What happened to Soyuncu?
Yeah, what
Something
happened
just
against
happened this.
Danny Ings.
Yeah, something else has happened recently.
It's okay, don't worry.
Danny Ings masterclass.
That's it.
When you see Pepe dropping tomorrow,
That would never.
in fact,
because he dropped Luke on short, he got dropped.
don't worry. I'm saving my banter for that day.
Okay.
I think Tomori's pocketed Salah. He's also pocketed. I think it was Sterling. Somebody else.
Yeah.
But those guys are not Pepe.
Huh? So Pepe's better than those guys.
Dribbling, of course, no.
Oh, Pepe.
You see, it's what happened to Luke Shaw. Like Luke Shaw came down and ate dinner.
Luke Shaw.
Like guy ate dinner.
I want you to understand the defenders are trash. You saw what Kevin De Bruyne of all people did to Phil Jones.
That's Phil Jones,
Wait,
dude.
who saw De Bruyne's pass this past?
No.
Yeah, we saw it.
Oh, but you weren't the GM. That I sent it. I said I'm sorry for ever claiming I did De Bruyne because that pass was enough to get around the defender, but also enough to come back so the goalkeeper couldn't come out, but just enough to be
when
on
you as a striker don't even have to do any work, like just put your foot out.
You know, the ball could have touched him, and it was the way.
That is when you know the pass. Like you know when the pass controls your leg. Like you have to. You probably
the ball just gradually like say, "Hey, must get this way."
you probably have to be error mode to miss that.
The season
Like
they
me
won-
now, though.
No,
the
bro,
season they
you know
won
Emmy.
the league the first time he was doing passes like that, and I was like, he's the best player in the Premier League, or behind Hazard, and then now he's still doing it.
Nah, the guy's the best player.
He's the best player.
I mean,
He has
no,
like
no.
14 assists.
Top 5.
He's about to pass.
He's not top 5 right now.
Who in the world?
Yes.
In the world?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, in EPL he's top 2. I'll still take money
You
over
can
him.
make an argument,
He's
but
top 5 in the world.
He should be.
He's a better player than Van Dijk.
Right now he's a better player than Hazard. If you
yeah, I
ask
would
me.
say right now,
Hazard's fat.
he's been having.
Yeah,
the
the
best
guy has been
He's
twerking
hurt.
up and down,
He's hurt
man.
right now.
But he has 14 assists, and we're barely like passing halfway.
Nah, the guy.
He's about
to pass Henry's.
Guy,
Henry's-
Jesus.
She had a hat trick against you guys, man.
Like,
Henry
do you
has-
know one thing I always respect great players? They don't show boots. Literally, that game,
Exactly,
the
yeah.
brother would have used us to rap. The brother would have used us to start.
But you heard what he said at the end of the game, right?
Like he
No, we
wasn't
talked
even
about
he
it,
wasn't
yeah.
even happy playing.
Mm-hmm.
At least he wanted like some kind of competition. Maybe say if he score hat trick, it was a hard.
That second goal was just like pitiful. He got the ball, nobody was around him.
He just looked up and was like, I mean, Let me, you know when you know,
done that.
you know that mode in FIFA before you play online game where you're just practicing. Let me just do something that's quite unorthodox. Let me just
start practicing your dribbling.
Let me just spam right analog and shoot. But now this Chelsea Arsenal game, pull up. It's okay. Come on, watch it in my own hands.
Where I'll pull up.
Come on, watch it in my own hands.
So you have to come here.
No, come watch it in my own hands so that when we win, you will not run away.
The thing is, you kick me out your house. I don't want you kick me out.
Everybody's going to drop their phones first in a bin.
Say you boom man, you know you're mad.
Hey, nah, but that game, I personally for the game.
Genuine prediction.
I honestly, I really think we can go there and get a draw. To be honest, I'm not confident also because we don't have Aubameyang. But I might be confident depending on how we play.
I'm kind of mad you guys don't have Aubameyang.
If you have Aubameyang, I'll be more confident.
That's gonna be the excuse.
No, that's not the excuse because they lost when they had him.
But that's
the thing, bro. Like that
second or third game.
That loss was not. You guys didn't win us confidently. Everybody knows that.
Second half,
bro. First half we played well. We just couldn't score. Like it was a game of. No, it wasn't really a game of two halves. It was a game where one team dominated first half, the second team. It was a classic game between like two rivals. Mm-hmm. It's been long where we've seen a rival game where both teams played the same for 90 minutes. But I'm saying,
Liverpool.
I mean, like that. We know, both of them are like. But even this year, man, Liverpool watched them 20 minutes.
But we're saying that was that one. Yeah.
But I'm saying like you don't see it among rival teams that much. I don't know. Maybe it's because of coaching. Maybe one team be like, oh, allow them. Let's soak up their pressure so we'll be fresh.
I think personally is that the players themselves don't see each other as like rivals.
Probably. But like, if it's this Chelsea Arsenal game, I don't think you guys are going to flog us. Obviously, people have the edge because it's your home, and we have probably the only good player we have out. So the mentality might be one kind, but I think we can get a draw. Yeah. Us winning is going to be best case scenario. But you guys should win that game. I would think you guys are going to win. Who is coming back tomorrow?
Yeah, he's actually.
That's what I'm saying. And bro, there was one very ugly chimp that came in against us. Who is that guy? That guy was oppressing.
He's a child, yeah.
That guy was oppressing the guy on the right, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's done.
No, keep going. It's okay. Yeah.
That guy was oppressing whoever. I can't remember. And he was whipping in some crosses. But yeah, I mean, people have the upper hand. Yeah. So you should win. Mm-hmm. If you don't win, that's when you receive smoke from me. So you didn't throw enough banter my way when you guys won. Well,
it had passed a little bit. I was in Canada.
Okay, good. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, I did enough banter on Snapchat.
I mean, it was. It's not. Do you know one thing that annoys me? Mm-hmm. Is people have not seen my true banter self. Because my team, if I was a Liverpool fan,
but I was expecting. I was expecting true banter.
I can only imagine it.
United, you showed it, but it wasn't.
They were not responding. They were hiding. Hey,
you guys be United.
That's why I like. That's why I don't like Melvin. Melvin, if you want to banter him now, he will just put off his phone. He won't come out. He will give it.
That's why I don't like our Twitter GM.
Yeah, what about it's not sweet?
No, it's not sweet because if it's
me, I'll come and fight for my team. Those United guys, once they lose.
Ephraim, I don't know. If Ephraim is the one that's like the smoke he gives when he wins.
Bro, Ephraim.
But when he loses,
he'll be quiet. He'll be very quiet.
When I was Liverpool, they didn't say a word in that GM.
Guy.
A word.
Man, I'm just saying, Sha, is right now we're kind of like the underdogs in this game, which is good. If we should win by mistake,
mistake, innit? You're not coming on the podcast.
Just on that Wednesday, even if I had
Neil's eye surgery, you'll find you'll be happy.
Even if, let's say, lottery, I was going to win lottery, I'm going to put my lottery to come here. I'm going to wear my red Arsenal jersey. I'm going to be here with red Arsenal jersey.
I'll wear my
red cap. I'm coming with Hennessy. I'm back with this. I'm going to pull up. Like, I'm going to pull up.
Are you coming with the goat mask,
bro? Try me. I'll buy it. I'll order it prime on Amazon.
Like Shannon Sharp.
Bro, I love that guy, man. Bro, that's what? Guy. But yeah, that Chelsea game. Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens now. Okay. But you guys should win.
Let you go, Sha. Thank you.
No, well, again. Bro, next time you come early now.
Yeah, I got you.
Fuck it.
We'll just end with some slight Chelsea
Yeah,
talk.
let's wrap this up.
Mainly because I was so impressed with my boys this weekend. I was so impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and I mean everybody, was sensational. The fact that we started Rudiger and Christensen,
Yeah.
and Christensen of all people, put in such a great performance. I really enjoyed Rudiger's performance. I still think Melvin was still trying to defend him. I still think he had some iffy things he did, but he still did amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Cho was electric. Regardless of his goal, he was electric. Mason Mount did. It was Ross Barkley.
Barkley did really well.
Barkley, Mount and
Jorginho.
Jorginho. They played well, and Ross Barkley, of all people, put in a great performance. Tammy scored, even though Tammy should score like 4 goals that game.
Tammy should have had a hat trick at least.
William was a little bit quiet, but he did his own. And
Aspen
the man of
did
the match,
pretty good.
But the man of the match,
Reece James.
Jesus Christ. Hey man, in next 2 years, who's Trent?
I'll say this. I was watching the game, even when Reece James was making mistakes. Like, you know, when you see like young players, sometimes when they make mistakes, it's because they were like panicky or like they were doing something they weren't confident in. Like, you would see he made a mistake. There was one time he lost the ball and he was just running around like nothing happened. Like he was just calm.
It didn't faze him, yeah.
Exactly. And so I was just like, and this dude's like, he
doing
knows
this at 19,
he knows he's meant to be here.
You
Like,
don't even reach your
exactly.
You don't even start getting really close to like 23.
And a lot of the crosses he was putting in, like, they should have been
scored off
goals.
one.
Yeah. But you know, he had a good performance. He was good defensively too.
We played so well that Lampard didn't even make a sub.
Didn't make a single sub.
And that's actually just that's too live to me. Like, we're playing so well, he was like, hey, y'all just keep going. Which I think we're gonna get some rotation this weekend. Tomori, Zuma will probably start. Tomori Rudiger probably start. Tomori and Zuma probably start. Maybe Emerson shout. Reece James, I think, will probably start. Bro,
He's
Aspie,
definitely starting.
Aspie, don't start, please. Just
Aspie has to rest
just
for
let that man
Arsenal.
rest. Hopefully, we get a Conte, Kovacic,
We'll probably see Jorginho.
maybe, and then I want to. Well, Pulisic's still out for
He's
a little
out,
bit,
so
so
you're
maybe
still gonna
we start Mount.
see. You have the same front three.
So,
probably.
but maybe we start Mount instead of Willian. Let Willian rest a little bit. Even though Willian rested in the FA Cup game, we still maybe start a Mount and a Cho, and then Tammy up top. But because that Arsenal game, that's gonna be best 11.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually just realized Arsenal didn't even get to play against Pulisic, so they got lucky. Because Arsenal's gonna be straight best 11, so we're probably gonna start.
Lacazette, Pepe.
I'm saying we're gonna start.
We're gonna start.
I don't care who they start. It doesn't matter who they start. Let's start Aspie.
It's gonna be Aspie, Reece.
Aspie, Reece, Tomori, and somebody else, in my opinion. Whoever.
Yeah, that's your opinion, but I don't know what's his name is gonna.
What
do.
Lampard's gonna do? Yeah, to me, if it was
I have
up
a
to me,
feeling
Tomori and somebody
Rudiger.
else.
I have a feeling Rudiger might be the sure pick for Lampard because of experience. That I'm just like the way I see it objectively, he might just pick him for sure. I know that for sure.
Oh, man, the performance. Tomori's performance. In the
He
FA
might.
Cup
He
was,
might even. I'm pretty sure this time he's not starting with a back three.
hopefully,
After what he saw from Arsenal, because I think one thing we really noticed about that Arsenal game in comparison to the Tottenham game, because he started back three with Tottenham, and we were like shutting stuff down, like Son, Kane. They weren't doing anything because we were locking them up, and I feel like he respected Arsenal way too much coming into that Arsenal game, thinking that it would be just as hard. Exactly. And it ended up being a totally, completely different game. He realized that, wait, we can actually dominate them in the midfield if we want to. We don't have to worry about
Jorginho.
Exactly.
Would just change the game.
Exactly. So he made the sub, and all of a sudden we were playing better.
I think I don't think a lot of people didn't peep this, but we played a different formation against Burnley.
Burnley?
It was Mount and Mason like together on the front line of the attack, and
Mount and
Jorginho
Mason
was
or Mount
playing
and
like
Barkley?
DM by himself. I don't know what to call that formation, but it was kind of interesting to see that as Ross Barkley would be like this kind of like free roam. Well, I think Ross and Mason had like this free roam.
They both had it,
kinda.
yeah.
So they both had it, and then Jorginho was like that last. Jorginho was looking for last defender sometimes. There was actually a time to where somebody messed up,
Yeah.
and Jorginho was the person to save us.
and I think like there were like a lot of like 1-2 plays. Like there was one where Tammy like got the ball and then he flicked it onto, I forgot who it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Reece James or somebody on the wing. And I was just like, wait, why are we playing like this today?
No. I said Chelsea is having sexual intercourse on international television.
Yeah.
After that third goal, I was like, normally I'm used to Chelsea just like relaxing, but it seemed like after that third goal we wanted 7, even though we just couldn't get it. But we wanted 7 that game. But best 11 we're looking at. Me personally, Rudiger. No, not Rudiger. Tomori and somebody else.
Who would you pick?
I would
if you had to pick
Zuma. But I'm not mad with I'm not mad with the Rudiger pick. I really enjoy. I want Christian to start this next game also. And maybe
is this Arsenal 11 or
Newcastle 11 doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Just
if we're speaking
whoever
Arsenal,
we need to win the game, the bare minimum to win the game.
Arsenal 11. I agree with you on Tomori starting. I agree with you, Aspie and Reese and Kepa for sure.
Oh really?
So yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Okay. So the last one, that's why I picked Rudiger. You said you picked Zuma, and then midfield we go. I say Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante.
I don't think we start Kovacic that game. I think we start what's his name, bro?
Mount. But that depends on what formation. If we're playing, because
I think I hope Lampard just goes balls to the wall and let's just do 4-2-3-1, just end the game real quick.
Okay, so if he does that, then you start Kante and Jorginho.
Yeah.
And then you have Mount attacking.
Hopefully Kovacic plays this next game. So I need Kante.
And I think for sure it has to be a front four of Tammy, Willian, Mount, and Odoi.
Yeah. I mean, we have no choice. But
yeah.
Still, yeah.
And then it's just Kante and Jorginho holding.
I mean, Pulisic is, but the thing is,
he's not coming
Pulisic
back.
is like nasty injuries. So
yeah, he's not coming.
Whatever
back.
that means. Early
like
word is we're not getting anybody in January the way it's looking.
The way it's because the reason why is because the people that we want are not looking to leave.
Zaha is the only person.
Yeah, and he's too priced.
We don't want to.
We're not paying 80 million for Zaha.
Like I said, I think that was a boost in the first place.
Timo Werner, he's like, I think he's leading the Bundesliga in goals.
But
their team is also
they're open to selling him though.
No, not in January though.
They haven't ruled out selling him though.
Not in January. They're not selling him.
They haven't ruled out
because the reason I say that is because why would he leave his team when they're in I think they're top 2 or top 3 in the Bundesliga.
No, obviously,
and he's leading the Bundesliga in goals.
But I'm not saying that. But I'm saying they still haven't ruled it, like, because he's been a high commodity. Real.
But I'm saying I know, but I'm saying that because
I don't think they'll sell him. I agree with you.
I'm saying that because he has a release clause. So
I don't think
release clause. You go say I'm paying this money. The team can't say nothing. It's in his contract. That's why I'm saying he can't. Like, it's up to him at the end of the day. I don't think he wants to leave that right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're saying like the team doesn't want to sell him either, then
I mean Sancho, they like literally wants to thing the
Sancho,
the trade deadline. They're like, he's not going.
Sancho, in the beginning we thought it would happen because they bought Haaland.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh, they bought Haaland, so he's gonna move to be the striker, and then now you have Hazard and Royce playing in the wings now, and then Sancho is gonna get sold. But there looks like they ruled him out too. Who else were we supposed to get?
Chilwell was already a fall.
Chilwell was already, yeah. They were talking about Dembele from Lyon. I don't want that.
The player that we're linked to starting today was Isco again.
Oh, Isco again. But I don't think Isco comes. I want him to come. I've been wanting him to come, but I don't think he comes. Reason why is because he wants to play for Pep. That's what he said. And I don't see him wanting to, like, just come to play for Lampard. Like, I don't see him being excited to come play under Lampard.
But if he comes, like
that 4-2-3-1, that's for him. Mason Mount, like, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to learn.
Hey, but that's
the reason I say that is because
because what?
What?
Because what?
He's
Mason Mount. He maybe third the pecking order. Because Couple Man is coming back.
If we buy Isco, you might have to fight for your position.
Because I know, my number 12. Number 12 is cold.
Bro, I might have to buy that jersey. Number 12.
But thing is, like, since I'm going to London in March, I may get that. Should I get the 70s kit or the third kit?
Kind of 70s.
The 70s kit is the blue and yellow one. The one they can barely see the names and all that.
And what's the third kit?
The third kit is the black one.
70s kid,
really?
Like, yeah.
Damn, I mean, you get a number 12 Loftus Cheek.
You have to.
Dang, because I really hope he comes back the same, dude. He's been out for so long.
And the thing is, like, he's just built like there's not too many people that are built like him.
Yeah.
Like that fast, that good on the ball, can still shoot. He's tall. Like there's not that many players that are built like that. So he's just a different like beast when it comes to that.
I think we're finally seeing Chelsea playing healthy and we're winning now.
We're getting there, but the reason why I think we had this conversation, how Lampard didn't make subs in this last game. I was saying that he needs to continue doing not making subs, but having like the same 11 that we had the week before. Like when you look at certain teams like Liverpool, you can name their starting 11 without even knowing. But us, like, I can't really tell you who our starting 11 is.
But it doesn't make sense. Like they don't get injured. Like they
Liverpool exactly. But I'm thinking it's because it's. I mean, obviously luck and also playing the same 11 all the time. Like when you're in the team like 1 week and then you're not in it like 2 weeks later, like your body's not used to that inconsistency.
So if you're gonna play consistently already,
exactly. So when your body's used to that consistency, like the muscles, I guess. I mean, I'm not the what's it called? I'm not a physical therapist or anything like that, but I know there's something that has to do with consistency and your muscles like going through the same punishment week to week.
I think that's the main reason why RLC's even look to even come back even further because if you're playing on Lampard's team, you are running. Yeah. You are running. So,
but I mean, I don't know when is he supposed to come back?
We don't know. He's supposed to come back in November. It's almost February. So,
him having that setback kind of scared me, but we'll see.
So, I mean, Arsenal's a humongous game, and as long as we can, because I mean, we previewed it a while ago, but our February is not going to be kind to us.
Oh yeah,
because our Premier League.
I think we played Tottenham, right?
Our Premier League starting Tuesday is okay. Our schedule starting from Arsenal is Arsenal. We have FA Cup. Then we play Leicester. Then we play United. Then we play Tottenham. Then we play Bayern. We are in for a tough ride. So I'm enjoying that Ross Barkley can show up when he needs to. Kovacic didn't even play. Conte didn't even play.
Wait, it's Leicester, United, Tottenham, Bayern?
Yes, and Arsenal.
Wait, it starts Arsenal, Leicester.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. And then we have a quote unquote break with Bournemouth, who we already lost to, but we're gonna beat them the next time. And then we have Everton again, who we also lost to, but we should be beating them again. We beat Aston Villa, so we're having a break. But then right after those games, we have Bayern. Then we have City right after, and then our April is when we need to get 12 points. That whole April, because we end our season off with Norwich, Liverpool, and Wolves, who are all three teams you cannot take lightly, even though United just beat them 4-0. So let's just say. We need all the players we can get, like, big time. So, I'm really enjoying that we're not playing midweek games for now, and because...
Yeah, that's why I was actually happy that United had to play their replay today. Because I was like, hey, keep putting all those miles on y'all's bodies, because, you know, we need United to drop as far down as possible, because the way our February and March, April is looking, like, we might drop points.
They have to play us.
I'm just saying, we're going to drop points, so... I'd rather have a gap.
Of all those teams, who do you think we drop points to? Of all those 4 teams, so that's Arsenal, Leicester, United, Tottenham.
I see us dropping against Tottenham
at home.
Yes, because of Mourinho.
With no striker.
It's hard to beat Mourinho twice. First of all,
with no striker.
It's gonna be a tough game, honestly. I don't know. United, we have to win that United game. We've lost to them twice already this season.
Lost, not even just play. We've lost to them twice yet.
Leicester, we have to beat Leicester.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we can get 12 points. I'm not gonna.
I mean, it's looking that way, but I feel like it's the one.
If Ndidi's not back, we're winning that game.
I feel like it's the one team where we underestimate the most. So I'm saying Arsenal.
Who Arsenal?
Yeah. Out of those like 4 games, I would say like Arsenal is the one team.
All of those teams that we're playing are all missing some of their best players. They're missing. Arsenal missing Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Leicester's missing Ndidi. United's still missing Pogba.
But they're about to add Fernandes.
We don't know that.
It might happen. That's what they're saying.
How informed is he gonna be by then? And then we're also gonna be playing Tottenham, who don't have. Kane. So
they're still a dangerous team, though.
They are.
Yeah.
But low-key, they've been struggling to score since then. They've been struggling to score since then.
And they're trying to get a striker too. I don't know why they never had a striker. That's why
they did get a striker. They got a striker from AC Milan.
Who?
It's like some weird names to say. They got him immediately.
Recently?
Yeah, they literally just got him.
Oh, Piatek?
No, it's like K. Starts with K. It's a weird name.
Spurs actually bought a player.
Yeah, they got somebody. Yeah. So, I mean, it sounds good, but I think if we get at least 8 points from 12, that would be, and as long as 3 points from United at least seals us.
Where does that Bayern game fall in?
Right after all of them.
Oh, right
They
after.
literally caps off all of them. Bayern, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting a little bit more confident against them. I don't know why, but I'm getting a little bit more confident for Bayern.
Oh yeah, because Bayern has been losing a lot.
Man, they lost a friendly. That doesn't count.
They've been conceding a lot. Sorry, not losing a lot. They've been conceding a lot.
So if we can get Pulisic back by that game, if we can have, Ozzy's not playing in that game. But if Conte can get back into form, hey man.
Honestly, my fear is defending. It's not even attacking. It's defending, because it seems like a lot of times like our big games like it just comes out of nowhere and a team just scores on us. I'm like,
the only clean sheet we've kept in a big game was Ajax and
Tottenham.
Spurs. Those are the only 2 games.
And those are the 2 games where I was like, we deserve that clean sheet. Like I actually felt like there was no like mistakes where we got lucky, we got a clean sheet. It was like we actually deserve those clean sheets. Yeah. So we need one of those performances like whenever we face
a 2-1 win, like magical win. Actually,
against Bayern first leg?
A 1-1 draw, I think it's in our hands.
We can't concede. That's my thing.
We're going to.
I'd rather not. Like
under the impression that we do. If it's 1-1, don't.
If we concede, I want us to at least win by 2. Because going back there is gonna be very tough.
I think we can pull it off.
Because let's say we win 2-1, we go there. All they have to do is win 1-0.
Yeah, but that's only. But people, we score at least. We score goals. If there's one thing Chelsea will do, it's concede and score. Unless it's Southampton of all teams, we're gonna score. It doesn't matter. Or also, United doesn't count. Also, we're gonna score.
I would love to see it.
I mean, if we're healthy, a healthy Chelsea, I'm not gonna lie to you.
We should win that, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, healthy Chelsea, I don't see us. Not that I don't see us.
Funny thing is, a lot of people actually already put it out like we're not winning that.
Yeah. But that's just on the impression that everybody's been saying that, even though Chelsea at
but
time
the
was
funny thing
third,
is, people are also been saying like once this like Champions League started, group stage, they're like, yeah, y'all not making it out. And now they're saying we're not gonna win this. So all right, we'll see.
I love being underdog. I told you at the beginning of the season we're getting the top 4.
All I'm saying is if we win Champions League, Hazard's coming back.
Shit.
Hazard's coming back.
Let's not build this.
That's what he wanted to win.
I just want experience. That's all I want for my boys.
I want as much experience too. I don't want just one round. I want us to go to the next one as well. Yeah. I want them to feel like, oh, we belong here.
And if we get Barcelona, we should beat them too because they've been choking past 2 years. So why can't we beat them? If Roma can beat them,
Suarez is out for the season.
Huh?
Suarez is out for the season.
Oh yeah, the knee thing, right? And Valverde. We didn't even talk about that, but Valverde got sacked.
I don't even know who their new coach is.
So they're trying to get Xavi.
No, I know. They already have one.
Yeah, they do. It's an interim coach though.
But Xavi said he might not come until the end of the season.
Well, we don't know anything. They're just trying to press him, and they're like, even Iniesta like pressed him like, hey, like relax, like come on, you're gonna respect Valverde, and then they fired him right after. But things are looking up for Chelsea, in my opinion. We had a slump, starting with right after that international break that we played City, and then it was looking a little bit rusty, but we're looking on the up and up. We haven't lost since Southampton. Yeah,
that was what, a couple of games ago. Or?
It was like 4 games ago because we drew the Brighton, won FA Cup, and then we just won 3-0. So we haven't lost in 3 games. Hopefully we keep it going. Beat Newcastle, beat Arsenal,
beat Leicester, beat United, beat Spurs,
yes,
beat Bayern.
Fuck
and then we can rest after that.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna lie. if we can beat Bayern, I don't mind getting eliminated. Like in the second game, I don't mind it. That would be enough.
What do you mean?
Like
As in losing second leg?
Yeah.
Nah, if we beat, I would rather us lose both games than us lose one and win one.
I just want.
Because I want us to, like, if we can beat Bayern and we lose the second time, it's like, bro, we can beat y'all.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Exactly. My thing is, I actually want us to beat Bayern. I want us to go to the next round. Then I want us to get another tough team. I want to see how we play against them.
Man, I want Real so bad.
Because I mean, I don't mind playing Real actually. But they're not making it through. First of all,
Is
City. They're not beating City.
Never know.
Huh?
Never know. Hazard will be back.
I mean, he could be back, but he hasn't been doing much this season.
Fucking turkey.
How many goals does this guy have this season? I think he has like 2 goals.
Not enough.
That's the sad part.
Not enough.
But who would I want to face? I want to face like a Juve.
We won the Juve right now. We didn't mind playing Juve.
Or even Barca now that they don't have what's his name?
Suarez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never know.
Anything else?
Man, I just love my team, bro. Chelsea rules everything around me. Just get me. I'll be back in a few seconds. I record the football episode tomorrow, so see you guys in a few. BRB.
But you know, we've never had a quarterback. That's all we ever needed, and I already said that. So
Now
if LSU gets a quarterback, they're always going to be top 4.
Yeah. We are back in the second half of this episode. We were recording yesterday, so you guys have seen my face enough and heard my voice enough. But it feels up to me. This wouldn't be happening right now. They know we record every Wednesday. And if you're not available on Wednesday, that's really up to you. I can't do nothing for you if you're not available on Wednesday. Like that's just not my fault.
Oh Lord.
But I'm a man of my word, and I told y'all, regardless of what fucking happened this weekend, there was a lot of shit on the fucking line. I told y'all I was gonna make it, so I am up early in the morning. This is early in the morning to me because I like my sleep.
Shaking my head.
But after the NFL weekend, with some honestly, I think from a neutral standpoint, none of these games were like amazing. None of these games. Probably the second half of the Seahawks game. Other than that, we're sitting here like, why are there so many like blowouts? Most games were decided by more than double digits, except the Seahawks game. Other than that, everything was double digits. So it's kind of it was disappointing to me on that front. But other than that, it was kind of disappointing. National championship. So
Go Tigers.
which one? Anyways, where do y'all want to start? In all honesty,
The real Death Valley in New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
so you want to start there?
Yeah, I mean,
Why didn't we play New Orleans this week?
this your podcast.
Why didn't we play New Orleans twice this week? Why was there 2 games in New Orleans this weekend?
Because the Saints lost.
Oh, okay.
That's unfortunate.
So who?
I mean, it's fortunate that my college team won.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Won national championship at home.
Eh.
premature NFL versus ACC. game.
No, I wasn't trying to hear it because no. Before this week, I wasn't hearing that. I was hearing number 1 defense in the country. I was hearing Dabo, Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
Niggas was not. Okay, you can't come on here and say we were saying that. We were not saying that.
What do y'all said it?
No, we did it.
I said the Dabo effect is real because he was 2-0 against SEC teams in that championship game.
Okay, well, I guess
which is a fair record.
We'll start with these fucking boys, I guess.
We won, simple. We won by double digits. I said we was gonna drop 40. I don't know if y'all said we weren't, but I said we were gonna drop 40.
No, you said it, and I remember telling you.
I don't know if y'all objected.
Literally, like you said that when we were watching the game. Me and Tre were watching the game. I said Matthew's gonna say something right when they're about to drop this 40 right now. And then he said something. I was like, "Fuck out of here!" Dude. Like,
I told you. I said, "Can Clemson score 40?" I don't believe they can. Not against us. I don't believe it.
I mean, there's a couple things I say. Jesus, that was at it was like a third and something. They threw the ball way down the field, and it was an offensive pass interference that probably should have went neutral, in my opinion.
I mean, I knew people
on Clemson's way, right?
Yeah,
I knew people was gonna bring stuff like that.
Okay, but come on, bro. The one that was a touchdown, right? It was the touchdown.
I mean, I argue for Ohio State to get that fumble for
that one was clear. At least the one we saw in that championship game, it was like
grabbing him.
Yeah, but he was also holding him on the way down the field, and that could be seen as pass interference because he had to always come back for the ball.
He threw him down,
if you held, I would say more he stumbled than he fell.
It was a
yeah.
BS call.
I think it should have been a neutral call.
And then when they showed the other angle to where like he was holding onto his collar right here, and then he just falls, and the dude wasn't even touching him. He just fell by himself. No, I want to hear that.
I mean, if you get that, it's 42-32. We still drop 40.
I don't know, but that's a big play in the
And
game.
covered the spread.
Yeah, not that time game, bro. That game is different.
The game was not.
We had 42 when that happened.
I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game, but the game would have been a lot different.
I remember when it happened. We had 42.
No, they had 42.
We had 42 and they had 25.
But what time in the game though?
That was beginning of the fourth quarter.
I mean, so you're only down by 10.
Matthew,
so you're only down by 10 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Anything can happen at that time.
But the rest of the game, no one scored. So I'm saying if you give them that and just keep it how it was after that.
Momentum's also a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, momentum's
there's
a thing.
A lot of factors that go on.
A lot of factors when you're scoring a touchdown.
We still would have scored some more too, though.
I mean, you don't know that too. You don't know that they wouldn't have scored. We don't know that y'all wouldn't have
scored. We scored 40.
I'm not saying they would have came back in one. We're just saying like that's a way different game though.
It is.
You not gonna get? Can you give me my credit, please? I just want my credit. I just want to call us national champion. Thank you.
One thing you predicted right all season.
That's all. I predicted it all. I predicted
all season. That nigga was gonna win every game. I came in cap.
I predicted it.
I came in cap. I will start with Joe Burrow right now because I wasn't a believer. If I'm being honest with you, I wasn't a believer.
I'm still really not a believer.
I see. I'm not gonna. After this last game, if you're not a believer, that you're just lying to yourself at that point.
I don't see. Bro, I'm telling you,
we've all seen great college quarterbacks.
No, this is different.
But how I told you, because people were saying he's not top 5 or 10 all-time seasons. He had the numbers to have the best season ever. So there's that. But if you just look at how his demeanor. The first quarter and a half, they had him shook. It was like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing because it's 3-1-7 that Auburn ran against us, and we scored 23 on them. That's it. But after a while, he was like, all right, you know what? I'm just play. And, I mean, when he really, like, adjusts, he makes adjustments. That's the thing. And he can move around the pocket, keeps 2 hands on the ball. Like, Joe Burrow, he doesn't get rattled like that.
That's why that passing coordinator is finna get an NFL job because let's keep it a buck. A lot of those plays are really just drawn up perfect.
I mean, but a lot of them are also like him realizing like coverage, like the first pass down the field.
Yeah, he had to read that.
Like, I mean, he saw the safety. What did he do? He had one safety over the top.
Yeah, looked them off,
and he had to see which one he commit to. And once he saw he commit to the other side, he didn't even look for too long. He was like, I know this guy's gonna be open, so I'm just gonna throw it there. That's simple.
And you can say he has weapons, but I mean, when does LSU not had a running back? When does LSU not had a receiver? When does LSU not had a tight end?
We're talking about 2 guys who easily would go top 12 picks in the draft.
Justin Jefferson's not even going top 12. That's the thing.
Justin Jefferson's not going to the draft either.
He is. He just declared.
Oh, Jamar Chase is not going.
Jamar's too young.
Yeah. But you arguably say Jamar will go higher than Justin easily.
Jamar won.
It's easy to say like you have good pieces around you, but sometimes like you are just like.
Tua had good pieces around him.
Because look at, I mean, yeah, you can say Joe Brady.
But he won a national championship too.
You can say, I mean, Joe Brady just got the job at Carolina for how great the season was and all that. But you still have to perform whatever system you're doing. I don't think it's luck that he had 8 touchdowns in the first round of playoffs. Was it 8 or 7?
He accounted for 9. He accounted for 8, 9 total, I think. Or no,
it's 8 total. I think
8 total.
7.
Yeah. He had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
And he had 8. He had 6 again on Monday. I don't think there's a coincidence with that whatsoever.
Man finished the season with 60 passing touchdowns.
I don't think that's luck.
Jesus Christ.
I
don't think it's luck either.
I don't think that's luck, and I truly am a believer because when the first 2 drives you're pinned down on the 6, Clemson scores first. And you say, all right, fuck it. You go back down and you score first. Clemson scores again, and you go back there and score again. And then
they body our cornerback.
What do you mean?
That reverse where T. Higgins just body Christian Fulton.
Oh, yeah. No, that was... I'm going to be honest with y'all.
Christian Fulton's getting exposed. And he's a first-round corner, but he's getting exposed.
All corners for both teams got exposed.
No. Derek Stingley didn't get exposed at all. Number 24, the freshman, he's the only one who did good.
Who was the Clemson cornerback?
But then he got scored on.
That the whole game
he got scored on.
24? No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He did get scored on by Higgins. Or what's his name? T. Higgins?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
There was no passing touchdown the whole game. What?
Yeah, he had the rushing touchdown. And
oh, yeah.
Derek Stingley didn't even get past his way. It was Christian Fulton that was getting exposed.
But it was the Clemson cornerback. I just felt bad for him.
Terrell?
He was
and Terrell was the best. Terrell was their best corner. He's a late first rounder.
still was having sex with that man all and down the field, bro.
Somebody
But I will say there was a lot of things that, you know, while I still think obviously Joe Burrow was the best player on the field. There was a lot of things going on that also were just going in favor of LSU, like how fucking Clemson just forgot the tackle. There were so many like
talking about the running back. Talking about tackling the running back.
Really big a factor in the game.
Oh, they couldn't tackle y'all's running back. They couldn't tackle y'all's.
But he's 5'8". He's 5'8", 210. That's just hard to get down there like that. Like,
but there was. I will say LSU was the better team in general.
Yeah.
And
that, But that's all I'm saying is when every time we were like joking around, whenever I said us stopping Clemson, everybody was like, "How y'all gonna stop Clemson?" I was like, "Who's gonna stop us?" Because their defense. They did a great job the first quarter. It was like Joe Burrow, besides the second play where it got called back and he just scrambled out of a safety and threw the ball 50 yards out. I was like, all right, here we go. But then after that, Isaiah Simmons and them, they was like, yeah, you're not doing that today. And I don't agree with that targeting call. I hate that. They need to change the rule.
It was stupid.
They need to change the rule.
Yeah. I remember Tre was like, they're not gonna call. I said, Tre, it's not about what you think.
And he ducked his head.
It's crown of the helmet. That's all they need to see.
If you use the crown of your head, you don't have to hit the head.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they said. Like you can't wherever you want as long as it's just the crown. They were so strict on it this year. I think next year that's not gonna get.
He broke the rule, but I feel like in college football playoff games, you gotta don't take him to the locker room. Okay, 15-yard penalty, cool. Or make him sit out a quarter. Okay, whatever you do, don't take him out the game.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna change the rule for next season because honestly, this season it was absurd. The first one went in favor of Clemson in the Ohio State game. We were like, yo, like low-key was that, and then we had against this game, and I mean I'm not gonna say like that was the reason that they lost or anything, but it was just a thing to where like if that didn't happen, like I wouldn't want to see that in the future in general, like those type of calls. And
I think there needs to be levels to that call. Like a level
you can't take that. You can't take that from a player who worked all year to get to this point.
Bro, he was emotional.
I would have been too.
No, he was a key part in stopping Joe Burrow.
Bro, he was cold. Like he was really good. Granted, the game was getting out of hand at that point already. They were already like in the red zone and like within the 10. It wasn't like, but still, he was still a very pivotal part in that whole defense.
That first quarter did show how good Dabo could be future-wise if they just get some more talent at the quarterback position. Because Jesus Christ, I mean, for Terrell to get shitted on like that, I mean, golly, it seemed like he couldn't guard a soul.
But he was good the whole year. That's what I don't get.
But
Jamar Chase is that. Jamar Chase is like that though. That's the thing. So what if Terrell is actually that good and Jamar Chase is just like that? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's just like you can't guard.
I'm gonna be honest with you. In all of the national championship games I've ever seen, I've never seen a quarter get toasted like that ever.
But it wasn't like just like.
It was no matter. No, it was
he
like
was falling down on routes
6 times.
He was falling down on routes. He wasn't in the hip pocket. Like he couldn't.
And I'm like, as a defense coordinator, you're like, so are we not gonna switch this guy?
And he's your no. Exactly. But everybody's saying that. But I'm like, dude, he's a late first rounder in the draft this year. I was like,
his stock dropped.
I was like, how do you?
His stock dropped.
I was like,
as a corner, your stock dropped.
I was like, how do you? But it's Jamar Chase. You gotta look at it. But I mean, in the NFL, you're talking about some of the best. But in the NFL, you're going against Jamar Chase every week.
And if you're in the first, that means he's gonna be in the bottom of the barrel with the best of the receivers.
But he's 6'1", has long arms. He did good the whole year. It's just Jamar Chase was not playing with him.
I might need to go see some other games and see how good he really is. Because if we were going off that game alone, then. Oh my God!
Justin Jefferson.
And Ohio State really doesn't have fantastic receivers.
Ohio State,
so I really didn't even see what he did against them.
What's his name?
Olave is
their best. KJ Hill's solid.
And be honest with you, if he didn't do much against them,
but no, what I picked up
that late first round gonna turn into a second round.
What I picked up on him is Ohio State wasn't throwing the ball downfield. So in the first quarter, AJ Terrell was locking up everything like 15 yards and above. If you pass the ball downfield, I think his down the field skills are horrible. Like Joe Burrow has one of the best deep balls that I've ever seen. He puts it on the money every time.
So he's basically a Josh Norman all over. That's basically what I just heard.
You need to put him in cover two and let him play the short.
A great cover corner who, if you put that man down the field with anybody, he's getting smacked on. So
he got ran over by the running back.
Whoever picks him up, I'll be looking out for your defense.
The other one was getting shredded too.
Jesus.
Darian Kendrick was getting shredded too.
Receivers were honestly though. the second half, the whole defense just fell apart.
Yeah.
But that's
Like
why
Randy Moss getting open touchdowns. Like, man turned around, the ball was in his face.
shit, man. Randy
It's,
Moss.
He looked around like he was waiting for like the late tackle, and it was like
That's the thing.
That close to even do a stupid tackle at the end.
That's why I've always said that though. People was like Alabama's receivers, Alabama's. I was like, we have 3 too. It's just that people forget about Marshall, and Marshall caught one of them, the touchdowns.
Yeah, no, that one.
Jefferson didn't get a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Because I told everybody, I was like, Jefferson got his chance against Oklahoma to show out. They take turns. So the next game, Jamar Chase is gonna have he's gonna at home.
Imagine someone tweeting to the game, "You're making my mom cry." Stop it.
Said, hey, chill out, bro. Mama's crying over here, bro. The game. I think it's just like into the second half, and I'm like, yo.
And they're familiar.
Playing the game.
And they're familiar with that stadium. My dad's played in that stadium. He went to the 1997 state championship. But a lot of them, they went to Jamar Chase, state champion. Justin Jefferson, state champion. A lot of them were state champions. They played in that stadium before. That's why that is like.
Do you think they might change that rule? Like, I don't think they're going to change that rule, but if your team is basically in the home state. And that's
I tell you, LSU.
shit.
The game has been hosted in
Do you
New
think that
Orleans
had an
5
effect on the
times.
game, though?
The game has been
It's the same thing in the NFL.
national championship has been in New Orleans 5 times. LSU's made it 4. And but
That's just voodoo,
you can
bro.
also say the year that because USC looked like they was gonna beat Texas, but that was in California. That was in their backyard. They should have won that game, but
But the thing is, it's just really a stroke of luck. Like where it's gonna be at the beginning of the season.
I mean, if it's in Indianapolis,
make it.
you know Indiana not going to that hole.
Exactly.
So if it's in Florida, Florida has a good chance to go
If
to
they
that.
put that whole in Bama, like then you could be like,
Yeah, all right, relax.
Now gonna be a Tuscaloosa. You're like, wait, strange.
If you put the hell in Georgia, Georgia has a chance. Florida has a chance if it's in Florida. If you put the hell in,
You never know in college. I think that's what's interesting.
If you
about
put
it.
that whole-
whatever time they put it in Texas, it's like 2 neutral ass teams. Like they never miss.
because no Dallas. Yeah, I mean, ain't no Texas Longhorns not going to it if it's in
Hey, bro,
Dallas.
chill,
Chill
bro.
out,
It's
bro.
SMU on the come up.
Hey,
Evis,
Sam
look.
Ellinger said he's back on me.
What was he gonna do? Go to the NFL?
Oh, he's
6-6.
What was he gonna do?
6-6.
What else was he gonna do?
6-6. We said this last week. We're like, what was
You
what
playing
was
on-
the announcement? You suck.
What else?
It was like if Jake Form, like if he was like, I'm staying, we're like, you should have, like you're.
And to be honest, if Jaquindon didn't tear his ACL,
He'd be starting.
he'd probably get his spot took.
I don't want to talk about this game anymore because
Wasn't
I'm over it. Y'all won. Y'all were just the better team, in my opinion.
This is one of them years. man.
But something I want to look forward to is the Houston's QB. We don't know where he's going.
He's looking at Oklahoma, LSU, and the other. I don't know.
That's somebody I'm looking forward to. Trevor Lawrence's first ever loss was this game.
25-1.
Bro, and he looked so distraught in that game. Like after that fumble, bro, I could feel what he was feeling, and it's really just tough seeing. So him,
Etienne, we didn't say how Etienne because I give credit to Etienne. He got his. He still had 86 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And he was running at Alabama, like he was running at. Sorry, we have a dude named Jacob Phillips, 6'3", 240, and that's number 6, the middle linebacker. No one he knocked Najee Harris on his ass, but Etienne ran at him and put him on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Etienne in the NFL, I want to see who gets him because he's gonna be like a Saquon Barkley kind of change.
I hope Atlanta gets him because I'm tired of Devontae Freeman.
I mean, you should have kept it. Never mind.
Never mind.
Um,
Meanwhile,
so
Hey man,
we have
NFC
something to look
Championship
forward
game.
to, like Ohio State's coach having to prove himself with Justin Fields again. Wherever U of H's quarterback wants to go to.
prove yourself with your recruits, not
Trevor
Urban Myers.
Lawrence. I mean, me personally, like, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were like, low key, they would prefer, Trevor Lawrence losing now, and then he has like the Cinderella story, this underdog thing he has to do next season of like coming back and all that. But I would prefer to see him do
They were the
3 seasons.
They were the underdog this year too.
But I'm saying like he would have went like he lost his first game like now.
I don't know.
I would have preferred him going undefeated like 3 years. That would have just been crazy.
I don't know if they're.
Murray in high school.
I don't know who's gonna win a championship next year because
Nobody ever knows.
everybody because they have the best chance because they had their quarterback. LSU, Alabama lost their quarterback.
I mean,
SC
I said, I like Alabama's new quarterback.
SEC West just got more interesting because if we get that Houston transfer, that's crazy. But if SEC West just got so much harder because Mike Leach about to bring air raid hell to the SEC.
Oh my God.
Lane Kiffin is about to all these plays you've never seen before in your life. He's Joe Brady, but way more experienced. He's about to bring all these crazy plays where he throws the touchdown up before he even sees the play.
SEC
Bro, the SEC West is about to be a slugfest, bro. And you got Florida and Georgia still. Georgia just got like 10 5-star recruits. And you know he plays his freshman. It's finna be crazy. And Jake Fromm, did he come back?
No, he declared. We talked about that last week, and we were like, "Why you suck?"
And but they have a black quarterback. Jamie Newman from Wake Forest committed to them. Jesus. He transferred to them. It's gonna be crazy. Kentucky's still all right. Well, and then and Tennessee still has a good coach.
Yeah,
that's true.
South Carolina ass.
Shit.
Florida's here every year. Auburn. It's like, damn.
Auburn's always gonna be there.
And Bo Nix is that. He's gonna be that guy.
I think this is the last thing that we can probably talk about. This is probably Harbaugh's last season to prove himself.
Easily. If he doesn't, it's either
Michigan Harbaugh.
Yes.
It's either title game or bust at this point.
I think it's You said title game?
Like, no, it's beat. It's
playoff game.
I think it's beat Ohio State or bust.
Yeah, that would be my.
He hasn't beat Ohio State. If he beats Ohio State,
you still makes the playoffs.
If you beat Ohio State with Justin Fields, you've bought yourself another year.
Okay,
I'll probably say 2. If you
probably
beat Ohio
2.
State,
if you beat Ohio State, you bought yourself.
I think the playoff game is what's going to guarantee him staying.
I don't see Michigan doing that.
I mean, really?
No, because the problem is they were just talking about this is a problem for college football, but not for the SEC. SEC dominates college football. So say next year Georgia loses once, Alabama goes undefeated, or they lose once. LSU goes undefeated, they lose once. Auburn still can go undefeated or lose only once with Bo Nix. That's a problem, dude. And you still, but you got. Okay, that's what I want to do. But everybody after that they said this year it worked out perfectly. It did. But that don't mean it's going to work out every year. Yeah. And Oklahoma still hang around. They still got Spencer Rattler, 5-star. And Clemson. Clemson's always – if Trevor Lawrence is there, Clemson's going to be there. Mm-hmm. So, and Ohio State's going to be there too.
I think just Michigan was expecting, like, we got an NFL coach who went to Super Bowl. I mean, lost in the Super Bowl, but still.
He did great at recruiting too.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they were expecting – something of like some sort of caliber from Harbaugh, and he's been there 5 years.
Yeah, and he's 0-5.
Something about the Big Ten is just like, Penn State they gonna have their years, but they not gonna go to the college football playoff. Yeah, like they had their year earlier this year.
Other than Saquon, who was like their best player in recent history.
Yeah. And then they have a great defense, but the thing about the Big Ten is just like always at the end of it, it's always gonna be Ohio State's left. And I mean, it's Ohio State. Ohio State's folded the last 4 years.
What's Ole Miss doing?
Ole Miss, they
like earlier, like last decade, they were like not in there.
Well, yeah, they beat Alabama 2 years in a row with Bo Wallace.
Yeah, so like, what happened to him?
What happened to that guy? Jesus.
What happened to?
They lost Hugh Freeze because he was paying players, and after that, you notice they went down. Okay. But now that Lane Kiffin's back, believe me. Ole Miss is back to being a dangerous team.
It's a beautiful campus.
It is a beautiful campus, actually. But
you only need a 2.0 GPA.
Mississippi is about to get real interesting with Lane Kiffin and Mike Leach, right? Yeah, it's about to get crazy.
Yes, I mean that's pretty much enough for college football. Football's coming to an end, unfortunately. We have 2 more weeks, really.
Unfortunately,
I'm gonna be so bored. Ugh.
I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs versus 49ers. I'm just get that out the way.
I have Chiefs Packers, but let's go a little bit into detail, like the games that just passed. We'll start with my games. Let's just fucking get over with. I was talking big shit.
No. I'm all for talking when you're winning. That's the thing. Big shit. But if you're not winning, I just don't believe in talking when you're not winning.
But I knew we were only up 24 in the first quarter. So in the back of my head, I'm like,
it's too good.
There's 3 quarters where I'm going up against the best quarterback arguably in the league. And he showed me that by scoring 6 touchdowns in a row. He had 6 touchdowns in it. Not just 6 touchdowns in the game.
In a row.
Not just 6 touchdowns like over 2. 6 touchdowns in a row. That is a record. And that, once again, that would never happen again. But it just comes to show that man is elite. He is elite. And that's all I can say about that game. Like I told Melvin, this game was really a win-win situation with me. If we won, cool. You know, Deshaun gets more experience. All we have to do is beat the Titans and now win the Super Bowl for some reason. If we lose, Bill O'Brien is once again on the hot seat. And that's all I wanted. So it was really a win-win for me. And now he is hopefully he's on the hot seat. It's very weird to me that all these like lower teams like get all these coaches like before the season's over. I'm like, man, them like they're still coordinators. They're still like playing. Like, why are you guys like trying to get all like the like you're so quick with like trying to get like a new coach when there's like Josh McDaniels is still like he was still like in the playoffs. Why aren't you waiting for him? Why aren't you waiting for 49ers dude? The Vikings dude got picked up immediately. He was done. Like, I don't know why people just couldn't wait for that. So I'm actually glad we waited a little bit because now Josh McDaniels is open. And if we are not interviewing Josh McDaniels, I may off myself.
I mean, you talk about your coaching situation, but dude, like, we got somebody in here who like could easily off himself just because of all the bad choices.
I mean, two things can be true. You know, I can want to off myself. He can want to off himself. I mean, he should want it more.
He should really want. Dan Quinn is awful.
He's not that bad.
I don't even think he's awful.
He's not that bad.
He can't run. He's not supposed to be running a team. I don't think he's supposed to be running.
I think
as a coordinator, he'll be all right.
Yeah, well, I think he's a product of all of the things around him. And ever since Kyle Shanahan left, it seemed like he couldn't pull his own weight.
And that's hard to live up to because Kyle Shanahan comes from Shanahan family.
But
so.
I mean, that's easy to say. But like an Andy Reid, no matter where he goes, no matter what fucking coordinator he has, his offense is going to be electric. He had an electric offense with Alex Smith.
But even Jason Garrett would be better as a coordinator than a head coach.
Coordinator for what?
A coordinator,
coordinator? On what side?
Offense.
Huh?
Offense.
What offense?
His play calling is not all that. I would say defense.
What offense?
I mean, but you're talking about a guy who's experienced in the league. That's far more better.
Experience in the league is your
far
record
more
being
better.
8-8 overall.
I mean, but
You averaging 8-8. That's experience.
But look at totality in the league. I mean, name a bunch of offense coordinators who are doing really well with the sorry teams that they have. I mean, at any point, anything is an upgrade when you're going to a sorry team. You look at the New York Giants, who probably really do need an offense coordinator.
I mean, they got a wide receiver coach as their head coach.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
So I mean, anything is an upgrade at that point.
What do you mean by everything's an upgrade?
Anything is an upgrade when you're talking about the
Jason
Giants.
Garrett would have been an upgrade for New York Giants.
For the New York Giants,
That would be weird, though.
I guess. I mean, we've seen plenty of teams do it. It's not like something new.
It may because it may not work there, but everybody has a thing that they're good at, and it works with certain people.
Speak on the Giants real quick. I did not like that pick mostly because in the next 3 years, the next 2 years, we could be seeing the Giants like actually competing. So I was very weird that you're gonna get some nonsense guy off the fucking street. It just seems that everybody when they see you were like under Belichick, they're already looking at you.
But you don't think that they talk? They talk.
They talk, but like, what's your resume like?
Belichick.
I forget what team is looking at.
They're
looking at
Belichick
the Patriots college recruiter. That's how desperate people are for.
Oh, the scout.
Yes,
that's what I want to be as a scout. I really want to analyze college talent. The college talent.
College recruiter might get up on the head coaching position.
Well, sorry, they're looking at him for GM. Like, come on, bro.
I want to be. That's what I want to be. But I don't see.
Do get star-studded talent on defense.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. If you worked under Belichick, people know if you're coming from the Belichick tree, you're gonna do good things. Like just from the Shanahan tree, you're gonna do good things.
What's the best? Who's the best coach come under the Belichick tree? Matt Patricia hasn't done shit in the past 2 years.
My product of his team.
Bill O'Brien. I mean, he's the best he's done has been to second round, and got smacked both times. Went to second round, and he got smacked the first round also.
But like he said, it's gonna be an upgrade from what you had.
Verbal came from him, right?
Yeah.
The Titans coach.
Yeah.
I mean, he's finally doing something. He went to the AFC Championship game.
He was working. He was the linebackers coach for y'all at one point.
Yeah.
Y'all were Hard Knocks season.
So. In totality, like what have these guys like really done? I mean, Verbal's like he seems like he's like the one guy that's like actually doing something, but then it gets only one season. Only
But
God knows what he'll do next
And the
season.
NFL coaching, NFL coaching is mostly NFL coaching is mostly all trees. You got that one person that may show up as like Sean Payton. Where did you come from? You weren't doing shit before you came to the Saints, but you got mostly trees like that Shanahan tree. Like what's his name? Rams coach.
Not golf.
You needed Fisher out of there. Sean McVay was an easy upgrade. Them niggas went to a Super Bowl.
But he's smart though.
Yeah,
like,
he is very
talk.
smart.
Like, just hearing him talk, I'm like,
He's a players coach.
Yeah.
Like,
Matt LaFleur came from one of them trees. I think he came from Shanahan tree.
Really?
Yeah.
All I know is that he was offensive coordinator for a boring Titans offense.
That West Coast offense, these West Coast offenses where they're spreading the ball around, fast receivers and all that. That's where people are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
I mean that seems like the new wave. I mean Andy Reid's just been like, he seems like he's the guy that's just always evolving.
And Joe
Sean McVay was the first person that like actually like had like a heads up on him for like the first time in a while, like with like the spread 5, and you used to have Todd Gurley out. Well, not spread 5, you had the 4, and Todd Gurley still behind Jared Goff. So you're just like, I don't know where the fuck this ball is going right now. And they would do. I remember that Chiefs game. I would say some of the best plays I've ever seen called in my life. The Chiefs Rams game.
we watched that game.
Yeah,
That game was crazy.
We said that should have been Super Bowl. That game was a 3-point game, and it was 56-53.
54-50. Yeah, that game was crazy. That game was a crazy play call game. This season, I think that 49ers Saints game was low-key on that level. And I think because I don't know why people aren't talking about that game. Like, I think that game was like actually like up there with like that Rams Chiefs game. But I mean that was just in my opinion. But what were we just talking about? The bell. To put on the Belichick tree. In totality, I don't see many of them. I don't know many of them that have done much off of like apart from him. I think Josh McDaniels is going to be an anomaly to that in my opinion, because that man be in his bag when he be calling the plays. And he's been there the longest, and you know since he's been there, they've been to how many Super Bowls they go to in this decade? They went to 4.
4.
That's absurd. They went to 4. Was it 4?
Mm-hmm.
It was Giants, Seahawks, Eagles, Falcons.
Yeah, it's 4.
And they just went last year. Rams. So they actually went 5 times. More than likely this decade they were there.
But you see that just because you're only a wide receivers coach at the end of the day, because being sometimes behind the scenes, I've noticed stuff. Sometimes them people are more involved than you think. Like, people think losing Joe Brady for LSU is going to be just like death sentence. They have another.
Brady going to the NFL is going to be a beautiful thing.
And they have another person in there that Joe Burrow took with him to the Heisman finalist thing because he was like, that dude helped me. Like, Joe Brady helped him, but he was like, this dude was just as much, like, he was instrumental to my success. But you have people like that. So the wide receivers coach, he could have been helping Tom Brady all along, and we never knew it. You notice Julian Edelman always balled out. Julian Edelman wasn't really doing nothing when he came in the league like that. And his wide receivers coach,
he
he
just got there also. I think this is like his first season there. But I mean, there was a time where like Chris Hogan of all people were
if it's his first
riling
season,
niggas up for no reason.
I mean, yeah, their receiver, they had no name receivers doing things like, and that's why I say like whoever.
Amendola did really since he left.
You can't, but that's another thing. You can't do that with Green Bay's receivers because it's not always the receivers. Really, just Aaron Rodgers putting it right where you're supposed to be.
Let's finish up these games. I mean, do you have anything else to say about this Chiefs game? I mean, Tre pretty much, all we said was disrespectful. Everything he said came true. 50 piece, 20 points.
I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, let's be honest. That's not happening.
Y'all still put up 31.
If that game's played again, that scoreline's not
that scoreline is a lot different. But
if y'all put up 31 on anyone else, y'all would have won. Honestly.
Exactly. If we put up 31, would have beat the Titans. Titans only put up 28. Would have beat the
Ravens.
Teams that played this weekend.
You would have beat the Ravens.
Exactly. So that scoreline's not happening again. Granted, I still think they would. The Chiefs can definitely score more than 31 points.
It's not happening against the Titans, and you want to know why? Tyreek Hill, I don't know if I read it this morning or like last night, but he literally just made a statement. It was breaking news on my Bleacher Report. he just came out and said he was like straight up. He was like, nobody can guard.
Yeah,
us.
he said that. He said nobody can stop us.
I was like, all right. So you just want to rile up Vrabel's like that? Like, you know, his defense is gonna be ready.
He said he would cut off his dick to win a Super Bowl. That's
extreme.
Well, that's the type of person he is. So like he takes this shit like seriously.
But you think Vrabel's ain't finna have a defense?
But I'm talking about Verbal. Verbal's the only person that said that. He said cut off his dick to win a Super Bowl.
No. That defense is gonna be all. They're gonna be.
I think that game is gonna be a lot better than people are.
Mahomes
said that game is gonna be electric.
Mahomes is gonna have to make plays outside the pocket.
That's what he did this game. That's literally what he did this game.
That's literally.
He scored like 3 touchdowns that way.
He scored one to Travis Kelce on the right, and then he did the top pass to Travis Kelce on the left.
And he did the ones where like his leg was just on the line of scrimmage. Oh my!
And he just fluttered it to Travis Kelce for a touchdown.
And that's backyard football.
That's literally. I'm on the street. I tell my guy run over
me,
here, and if I go to the left, you go back.
You gotta get the ball like this. And he's like, all right, bet. On me. Niggas would be like, what you want? They'd be like, okay, all right. Moving on, the game that was actually the most surprising to all of us was the Ravens-Titans.
Jesus Christ.
While, I mean, I'm not trying to act like I was just like some fucking soothsayer. I just saw that the Ravens should not have taken this game lightly.
And they did.
And for the first time, what we've been saying the Ravens teams going against the Ravens should be doing is, which is worst case scenario, let him beat you with his arm. Just let him beat you with his arm and see what happens.
I would let him be. Well, I don't. You can say that, but from watching the game, it looked like they let him get his little scrambles in sometimes, but he was off throwing the ball that day.
That's what I'm saying.
So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He couldn't. If it's just his legs, he's like that team is gonna have a tough time.
You make him beat you with his arm, but let him beat you with his feet. Because he's not finna run 80 yards on the Titans defense. He can.
I mean, he had like 100 plus rushing yards.
I think the biggest thing in the game was the play calling, because if you look at from the whole game, it seemed like they were running the same. We called it the same 8 plays. I mean, read option to the right, read option to the left.
But the thing is, that's what they always do. That's what I'm saying.
The tight end up the seam.
They've been doing that all season. That's what I've been trying to say.
A comeback route to Brown or Willie Snead. It's like,
I want you to understand they've been doing that all game. That's why I mean, no hate to Lamar Jackson. He's going to win MVP in 2 weeks.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
But they were doing the same shit every week, and nobody just decided to stop it. And for the first time, somebody decided to stop it, and he kept arguably the most electric offense to 12 points. Derrick Henry was throwing touchdowns. Derrick Henry, wait, how many touchdowns did Lamar have? He had 1?
2.
No, because they only scored 12 points. Derrick Henry had the same amount of throwing touchdowns as Lamar Jackson.
Jesus.
Shit, fuck, he had the same, like, just throwing touchdowns. Just strictly throwing touchdowns from Derrick Henry, he was tied with Lamar Jackson on touchdowns. That's how dominant they were in that game. Derrick Henry was like a man up against boys.
Wait. So do we give Tannehill credit now?
He had 88 throwing yards.
But he had 2 touchdowns.
88 throwing yards.
But he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, who took him down the field?
Both of those throws were over 30 yards apiece.
Oh, the first one was when dude was just wide open. I remember the first play.
It was like
it was really the first play that they got the ball back, and the dude was just open. I guess, yeah.
And another pass for the touchdown, the tight end. It was where we were like, we don't know if that's a catch or not. And it wasn't Davis. It was Smith. Smith on the left hand side, and he got his hip in. And I was like, bro, I don't know if that's a touchdown.
Yeah, true.
That was a good ball. That was a good ball.
True.
So I'm gonna give Tannehill.
I mean, I would say
this much credit now.
I would say Tannehill is not only not losing them the game, but he's also like doing his bits to making sure that they get
game manager.
The finish line.
A
very good game manager.
Mm-hmm.
Just on 3rd down when it's 3rd and 8, you know you can't give Derrick Henry the ball. Just give me a first down. That's all.
Take care of the ball and just take care of the ball. Don't get negative yards.
I think he's doing amazing.
So the question be to y'all is: do y'all think the Chiefs will be committed to stopping Derrick Henry?
You have no choice. You literally have no choice.
The Chiefs have one of the worst run defenses.
They do. They genuinely do.
So let's predict how many
I don't
rushing
know.
yards Derrick Henry's
The
gonna
thing
have.
is, like the thing is, like, you can say, what's it called? The Chiefs can scheme all they want.
They don't have
I don't think they have
a
the personnel to do whatever the fuck they want to scheme.
They don't
for.
have big enough linebackers.
That's what I'm saying. They can't. Whatever they can scheme all they want, but whatever they're gonna scheme, they're not gonna have the personnel to do it.
Because you got Tyrann Matthew.
Bro, you gonna have to blitz 8 every play.
You got the Honey Badger. You got the
Fuck you.
You got the Honey Badger talking about. I remember hitting him and it felt like I hit a rock. Like he rocked his jaw.
rock?
He said he hurt his jaw. He
Yeah,
said he,
Imagine being a grown man saying
Yeah.
that about another grown
And he
man.
had a
Bro.
helmet on, so if it hurts, that's crazy.
that
But how
grown,
do you tackle
but that
a
grown
dog,
man
man?
makes you look like a fifth grader.
Man said, if I don't tackle him by his legs, he's gonna keep going.
Actually, can we talk about Earl Thomas getting turned around twice?
Hey, man.
No, what's disrespectful was, like, the first stiff arm was bad, but then, like, the dude, like, Earl Thomas already, like, turned away the other way, and Derrick Henry said, he touched him again, like, nigga, fuck you again. That rush was so disrespectful after all the shit Earl Thomas said. What did Marcus Spears do the whole game?
It's nowhere to be
Exactly.
found.
Exactly. I mean,
I guess the Rams gave him up for a reason.
I'm dead. I mean, he did go any further. I mean, his first game there, he got pick 6.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's just do predictions real quick with this game. I have the Chiefs winning. Just period.
Man.
They scored 6 times. They scored 6 touchdowns in a row. I'm not putting anything past them. As long as they score 28 points, they've won the game.
I say Chiefs in overtime.
I don't mind that. If it's Chiefs if they go overtime, the Chiefs have won it.
Yeah.
my
Chiefs in
opinion.
overtime. Patrick Mahomes, first drive, touchdown.
Sorry, if they score 30 points, the game is over.
I will say one thing. If Derrick Henry has anything over 180, the game's over.
No, I don't believe that.
I believe that.
They only
180.
They only scored 28 points with him doing all of that.
But 180
And they
is
just
definitely
scored
saying they're
51.
eating at least 12 minutes
But
of
they
clock.
just
That's the thing.
That's at least
that's
1
the thing.
minute.
This is not the Super Bowl yet, so offense can still win this game. So if they score 28, Pat Mahomes, really?
Pat Mahomes-
Are we going to be, hey, look, no running today. We're just going to drop
We're just
back 61 times. We're going to pass the ball.
But the Titans actually have corners. It's not like Ryan.
It doesn't
and,
matter.
Ryan and what's the name? Are
It
scrubs.
doesn't matter.
That's true. It doesn't really
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
I think the matchup that I think everybody's gonna start talking about is that Woodard Travis Kelce matchup, because that's gonna be the matchup
Yeah.
that determines a lot of things.
Yeah,
'Cause
true.
If Travis
Travis
Kelce
Kelce was the reason they won
open,
this
it's
game,
already
by the
Travis
Travis Kelce was the reason they beat us. Like,
Oh yeah, no.
he was not only in the touchdowns.
He
but,
scored
like,
3 touchdowns straight.
in the middle of the field. He was just like
What was the stat line? They scored 3 touchdowns in 2
in
minutes.
3:30.
Wow. Travis Kelce alone scored 3 touchdowns.
Your point about what's his name?
The Woodard-
About-
Woodard,
no,
yeah.
not Woodard. Derrick Henry chewing the clock. It doesn't matter. Them niggas gonna score regardless.
But I think when you're talking about, well, here's the thing: the difference between the Texans and the Titans. You can arguably say that they have a better running back. You can arguably
It's
say
not
that-
arguable. It's just the fact that they have a better running back. It's not.
a rush attack in general.
Williams can go. But he's not as good as Derrick Henry, but he's still formidable
He's
opponent.
he's decent.
and Johnson played really well for you guys.
Duke Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you could, yeah, okay, Derrick Henry, yeah, he's
Derrick
good.
Henry by himself.
Yeah, alone. And then you talk about, okay, the Titans have a better defense. So you take away a couple points. Special teams is going to be a big factor too, because you saw what happened in the first quarter. Special teams killed the Chiefs. Arguably, if the special teams didn't do what they did, the game is looking a lot
I don't
different.
know what you're talking about.
They
I don't know what you're talking about. Moving on.
So if the Titans play good special teams, good defense, and they run the ball, you
They have a chance. No, I'm
they
not
have,
saying
they have a
they
great
have
chance. That's why I said for me, I'm looking at overtime only because if Derrick Henry gives me 200,
I don't like the Chiefs in overtime because all you do is run the ball, field goal, it's over.
Derrick Henry should have 204 touchdowns.
All I'm saying is Patrick Mahomes is the common denominator in this whole thing, and I think that's the reason that they win.
But coaching's gonna be big. Oh, the defense coordinator is, this is bread and butter right here. This is what you get paid for.
Chiefs don't need to win with defense. We've seen this many times.
I'm talking about for the Titans.
Oh,
Titans
maybe.
defense coordinator. This is where you get your
Yeah, it's definitely earns his chickens.
yeah.
What do you think, Matthew? What did you say? Who do you have winning, Matthew?
If it goes to overtime, I don't have the Chiefs winning because I just don't believe in them. And overtime, I don't.
It's also a revenge game.
That's it.
Why?
Revenge game
Who won first time?
The Titans won.
The Titans won, but the Chiefs should have won the game. But then they got their field goal blocked, and then the Titans recovered the ball, and then Ryan Tannehill did one of the most beautiful passes I've seen this season. He just did a floater. Give me that. And then and then I was like, oh, it's okay. They get Patrick Mahomes a minute. No, it didn't matter. Their defense stuffed them. So
My problem is it's conflicted. Tennessee is a dangerous team,
they are.
but Kansas City, it could just be like this is ours. We're taking this.
They think the Titans have the underdog Giants story. To the best. And they already arguably they had the best running back in the league when they went with Jacobs. They had a good defense, and they had a mediocre quarterback, Eli Manning to Ryan Tannehill. Good coaching.
I don't want to see it.
And could that happen?
I don't want to see it.
He knows what I'm talking about. That's why it sucks.
What happened?
And then you play against the one of the most electric teams in football. Then they go against the 49ers. And if the Titans have what we remake,
what Eli Manning did with them trash ass boys,
and then they end up beating the 49ers, oh god.
They're not. Wait, hold on. 49ers. Anyways.
No, 49ers tackle though. 49ers tackle. That's
Okay,
what they do. They tackle.
The
great
you
tackle.
You say who do you have in your mind in this game?
I want Tennessee to win.
I want Tennessee to win, but
no, it's not what you want to win.
Chiefs by 7 OT.
I Chiefs by 10.
I got Chiefs by 5.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the NFC.
Oh god.
There's really not too much to talk with the
Talk
Packers.
about.
49ers, it's over.
Yeah, there's really nothing to talk about, so we can just get to predicting.
49ers is over.
Really?
Aaron Rodgers finna be
49ers by 14.
Aaron Rodgers finna be getting swarmed, nigga.
49ers by
I'm not gonna
14.
lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Nick Bosa, he is playing to go see Donald Trump,
Bro.
so he may be going off this game.
But the other 3 are playing like I don't know what they playing like, but them niggas
what's
is
his name?
eating.
This 92 that I was talking about. He led in sacks. Is this
No, 99 Armstead. Oregon,
It's
the 2
92.
Oregon guys, Armstead and Buckner,
Armstead? Yeah.
are both 6'7", 300, and nobody been blocking them either.
Um.
Because you can't block them because you got double team.
49ers
Bosa.
by 14.
All I'm saying is it sounds good.
Hey, A-Rod is a bad
It sounds good.
man.
I watched the film breakdown on the
Hey,
Packers.
Porn
The
star
Packers.
Jimmy G in the Super Bowl.
I watched the film they break down on the Packers. The problem with the Packers is they tell what they're gonna run. If it's man, you're gonna know. If it's zone, you're gonna know because there's no reason the corner should be lined up on the damn running back. That's not so you know that's zone. And the only zone that they run is really kind of cover too. So they finna. I just hope they got something. Because what's his name? Sanders is not to be taken lightly. Samuel, not to be taken lightly.
George Kittle versus Jimmy
George,
Graham.
who's going to guard George Kittle?
Nobody.
Nobody's touching.
And the Packers got 2 pass rushers themselves. But, I mean, that offensive line's pretty okay.
Smith got snubbed from a Super Bowl. I will admit he definitely got
Pro
snubbed.
Bowl.
I mean Pro Bowl. He got snubbed from Pro Bowl.
He did. Both of them should have made the Pro Bowl.
Definitely.
But they have a better offensive line than the Packers. The Packers are missing the starting Balaga.
Yeah.
They're missing him. Bosa's about to have a field day. I don't see Aaron Rodgers getting the ball like he did good against Chicago this year because I mean, yeah, Khalil Mack, but who else did you really have? But this year you got Bosa, you got who's the other person?
Armstead.
Is it Ford?
Ford.
Yeah, Ford.
And Armstead.
Quan Alexander is out there. What's his name?
Packers
57
still
is out
scored 21
there.
Points.
All I'm saying is it sounds good.
Richard Sherman's on one side of the field and he's not washed.
Loki,
It
who's
sound good.
Everyone thought he was
Loki,
washed.
Who's stopping Devontae Adams though?
Richard Sherman
I-
on that side of the field, containing him. He's long enough.
Hey, Jimmy Graham. He balled. Hey, he balled.
He did.
The first game of the whole season.
He
Congratulations.
did. He did. But
Hey,
they got
in the
but
game
guess
that
what?
mattered.
The 49ers got the fast linebackers to run with him.
Hey, shit, it don't matter if you open. They can be
I'm
fast.
taking the
Fast.
49ers. I can't.
I mean, yeah, 49ers.
37-8 earlier this year. Is that what it was? That's crazy. And it wasn't. Where was it at?
Packers and OT.
Where was it at?
Packers and OT.
I don't think they make it though. I don't think they're making it.
In OT. Oh my!
I don't think they're making it though.
Hey, y'all tweet at him at the end of the game, please, because he's sick.
I don't think they're making it to OT.
OT. If by the second quarter it's not 28-0, I'll be very shocked.
Zero?
San Francisco's gonna have one of those big runs in the first half, and then A-Rod's gonna chip away.
Who's stopping Tevin Coleman, Breda, Tyler Wilson, all these?
I know I'm not gonna cap like the Packers don't have a great run defense because they do.
This is what I've been saying, bro.
But there's 4 of them. You gotta guard 4 of them.
I be.
it
I
sounds
guess.
good. That's gonna be the name of the episode.
I mean, I don't know. Someone got to stop Aaron Jones at the same time.
Aaron
But
Jones, Devontae
linebackers,
Adams,
they have tacklers. They
Jimmy
tackle.
Graham.
That's why I want to see 49ers versus Titans because the 49ers are known for will smack the hell out of you if you try to run the ball.
Hey,
But
LaFleur.
Derrick Henry, he's a man, and I want to see if he's man enough to run in there.
Matt LaFleur.
It sound good.
But their defense, they're just too predictable.
Packers and OT.
They're predictable.
I'm looking at this camera right here. Matt LaFleur. If you do not score 21 points, go ahead and just resign. Let's call it a book.
After going 13-3 and beating the Seahawks, I don't know about that one.
Resign. If
Making
you
the-
don't score
making the
21,
playoffs
because
in the first
what
year.
was the difference of what you're doing and what Mike McCarthy was doing? Let's.
Going 13-3 and going to the NFC Championship.
Hey, but Mike McCarthy to
When
the
was
Super
the
Bowl,
last time the Packers went to the NFC Championship? 2017.
and they lost to who?
Calling better
They
plays.
lost to Eagles.
Calling better
They
plays.
lost to y'all.
He calls way better plays than Mike
And we went to
McCarthy.
the Super Bowl and we should have won. So I mean,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
He calls way better plays than Mark McCarthy.
23.
He calls better plays than Mike McCarthy.
Debatable.
Not
And
really.
Mike McCarthy went to Super Bowl and he won 9 out of 13.
Still underachieved.
How's that under? That's a whole nother topic. For
We already
another day.
talked about it. You only went
I
to-
don't understand
you only
that.
went to 4
How's winning the Super Bowl
You only-
underachieving?
I did.
Yeah,
winning the Super Bowl.
and then 10 years, what you do in 10
Wait,
years?
wait. Do you know how many Super Bowl coaches there are in the league?
The game changed.
I'm gonna tell you right.
Yeah, and you didn't change with them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You
And-
can count them on
Ain't it
one
like
hand.
4?
Hmm?
Ain't it like 4?
I was okay.
Super Bowl head
Pete-
coaches. Do
There's
you
Pete
know how
Carroll.
many?
There's Sean Payton.
This decade. Sorry, this decade, Sean Payton doesn't make it. I'm sorry, the last.
No, right now in the league.
And right
Super
now,
Bowl coaches.
dude, regardless of the day,
Right
right,
now,
now in the league,
It's not a lot.
Super Bowl head
Andy-
coaches,
Andy Reid,
Reid.
Bill Belichick, Sean Payton,
head coaches,
Sean McVay.
Andy Reid won a Super Bowl this.
Not one, but he said caliber.
Super Bowl head coaches.
No.
How
they
many are
won
there
a
in the
Super
in
Bowl and
NFL?
they're still in the
Oh,
league.
one?
They're still in the
One,
league right
yes.
now.
Do you know how many there are?
Doug Peterson, Sean Payton. What's the other one?
Bill
Bill Belichick. You got. I just named someone else. Too.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Mike McCarthy.
Technically.
Not
But
technically.
but,
He
but,
won-
but like I said,
the Raiders head coach.
At the
That's
beginning
6.
of the decade. Who was the Ravens? When the Ravens won?
Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh.
That's it. That's
Gruden. 7.
I guess.
And then Pete Carroll. So that's 8.
Wow.
But how many went to the Super Bowl? My issue is not that he won. How many times did he go?
Going to the Super Bowl don't mean nothing. You did
Oh,
all for
come, what? No, don't do that.
So-
You did all that for no reason.
So
You
would
did all
call
that for
Dan
no
Quinn a
reason.
great coach because he went to the Super Bowl.
Who?
Dan Quinn.
He went once.
Okay.
He went once. That's my
Mike
So-
McCarthy went once.
so-
Guess what he got?
So we're
A ring.
finna,
one though.
so we're finna include him. We're finna include Dan Quinn in this caliber
But
group.
that's what I'm saying.
Mike McCarthy has more Super Bowls than Texas.
I mean, yeah. He had Aaron Rodgers.
Bro,
He got
Trey,
Aaron Rodgers.
bro, Trey and shit.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, we just.
Did
got
you not see the
Deshaun
miracle
Watson.
play he did? He should
Trey
have been
and
sacked.
This is his 3rd year in the league. What the fuck you want this nigga to do?
And the
I
Texans,
want you-
the
I want
Texans
you-
have been a team for how
I
long?
want you to understand the Packers were already a team even before Aaron.
Y'all have
Rodgers.
had Earl
I want you to
Campbell.
understand Aaron Rodgers.
Y'all have had Earl Campbell.
Hold on, Aaron Rodgers was learning under. Oh no, maybe just a scrub quarterback, huh? You know, maybe Matt Shaw. No, he was under Brett fucking Favre. Of course, he's gonna be cold.
Hey, Graham Harrell was
Bro,
under.
Texas had Brock Osweiler. What are you talking about?
Hey, Graham Harrell was under Aaron Rodgers, but he's an offensive coordinator,
Bro, y'all
not a
had
Super
Bill
Bowl.
O'Brien, bro.
That's a gotta go to class. Fuck outta here.
But Trey,
Bro, what? Mike McCarthy is 1 out of 8 coaches who have a Super Bowl title, and he underachieved.
He
Let's just think
underachieves.
about
He
that.
underachieves with the best quarterback in the league.
There's a lot of head coaches that have the best quarterback in the league at one point.
Andy
and still
Reid
didn't win
doesn't
Super
even have
Bowl.
a title.
Who?
Andy Reid doesn't even have a title.
And we say he's underachieving.
And Mike McCarthy has a
Underachieving
title.
doesn't mean you're bad. Underachieving
No,
means
the
underachieving.
Chiefs have the highest possibility of getting a Super Bowl right now. So, I mean, if they don't get one this year, then it's like, oh,
Right
fuck.
now.
Right now, they have the best opportunity to get.
But there's
Shanahan might snatch one.
there's only 8
Yeah,
coaches.
because should have had it last time.
That's true.
There's only 8 coaches.
You should have had one last time.
Yeah, but how many have gone to Super Bowl?
Don't matter if you go. You
Pete
gotta
Carroll-
win.
Pete Carroll went twice.
And he won one,
Exactly.
so he counts.
He went twice.
He's 50% in the Super Bowl.
At least he's
That's
been.
good
He
shit.
should have won the second one.
He's at least been there twice.
All you do is get a ball to Marshawn Lynch. You have
He's
2.
at least been there twice.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you go and you don't do anything, it's like no way. Like we don't hand
But he
out
won twice
trophies.
with the best defense in the league.
Like do we?
Yes,
have,
exactly. That's my point. With the best defense, you have the fucking best quarterback. You
do
only
you
go once.
Do you? I mean, college. Like, do we hand out trophies for almost winning?
Oh.
Yeah, they barely almost do anything because they
But I think-
Menden barely makes to the NFC.
I think
Championship
the
game.
point we're trying to tell you is that there's 32 teams in the NFL.
Yes, and you have the best
Eight-
quarterback out of all 30.
But there's only 8 coaches that have won a Super Bowl.
That's okay. You're trying to put,
1 out of 8.
Okay, okay. Let's break down the quarterbacks of those teams. You said John Harbaugh. He had Joe Flacco.
Mid.
Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers.
He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer
should
either.
Should never be in the same conversation. Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. While Russell Wilson,
Who should never be in the conversation? Same?
Joe Flacco
And who?
and Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
Should never be in the same conversation.
All right.
Russell Wilson, he hasn't gone since 2014.
No, but he's almost won MVP every year.
Yeah. But I'm saying at the time of 2014.
And byproduct of their team is
I'm
trash.
talking about at the time of 2014. He shouldn't be in conversation with Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady, that speaks for itself. Who else? Who else went to the Super Bowl? Who else won the Super Bowl? Sorry.
Nick Foles versus Tom Brady.
Nick Foles won.
Yeah.
Should Nick Foles and Aaron Rodgers ever be in the same conversation? No.
Nick Foles won.
You're literally
He's
proving my point.
a Hall of Famer.
Shut up.
Even before Nick
Ryan.
Foles was helping Chip Kelly keep his job.
No, let's keep going. Who else won the Super Bowl?
Matt Ryan versus Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning won with being one of the worst quarterbacks ever.
Peyton Manning and Cam Newton.
Cam Newton didn't win.
Versus Cam Newton.
I'm saying the quarterbacks who have won this decade.
Oh, who won 2011?
That was Giants.
Roethlisberger.
Eli.
Got
Eli?
best defense.
Come on, Eli.
Is Eli a Hall of Famer?
He is.
Yeah, he is.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot, I don't know about that.
First ballot.
I don't know if he's first
ballot.
Two Super
I don't know
Bowls.
if he's
Two
first.
Super Bowls. He'd be a 60. He'd be an 18-0.
He's 500. He's 500 for his
He's
career.
a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's
500
He's
for his
not first
career.
ballot, but by default,
He's not first ballot.
no, he's not
He
first
just
ballot.
missed that hell because he's 500 for his career.
Should
But
Eli Manning and Aaron Rodgers ever be in the same conversation? Big Ben is a great quarterback, but he is not Aaron Rodgers level.
Big Ben is nice though.
I didn't say
He has a
I literally
resume.
said that. How you gonna repeat what I just
Big
said?
Ben
Say
should go
louder.
first ballot.
Huh?
Big Ben should definitely go
Oh,
first.
easily. Even though you touch women.
He won the one.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Even though he won the one against the Cardinals, he won.
But my point is, of all those quarterbacks, only name one on his level that have won. Only name one
Name one that's the one on whose level?
on Aaron Rodgers' level. Even Drew Brees didn't go to the Super Bowl. I mean, granted, he should have won last year, so I don't count that against him too much. But then again, he only went once.
What do you mean winning on his level? What do you mean winning
Nobody was on Aaron Rodgers' level, but people are still going to Super Bowl. But we're nowhere near his level.
I mean, but you can
And
argue.
that's my point. Aaron Rodgers is so good. And I'm not saying that you can't try, but with you just went 13-3 with a mediocre coach. Like, come on.
We don't know if Matt LaFleur is mediocre. What if he does this like the next 4 or 5 years?
Then you gotta give Matt LaFleur his
I
coordinator.
mean, then I have to, but for now,
Because people like to
The
forget.
person I really want to give credit is that defense coordinator. To be
people
honest,
like to-
whoever it is.
No,
needs to get a lot more credit.
he should be getting the head coach job
he
soon.
should
But
be
him
getting
and
the coach
49ers coaches, him and the 49ers defensive
coordinator
coordinators, they should be getting coaches soon. But people like to forget that the AFC, like the Jets, 3 years in a row, at the beginning of that decade, 3 years in a row, they were in the AFC Championship and were a win away from going to the Super Bowl with Mark Sanchez.
Well, but fumble. I don't want to give Mark Sanchez.
But they also did have Revis Island. So
I mean, granted, I will say if Aaron Rodgers was in the well, never mind. I can't even say if he was in the AFC, they probably would have done anything because he would have had to go up against Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. How many times? I think this is how many times did he not go to the AFC Championship game? Tom Brady last decade.
once.
Come on, dude. Like, and that's what I'm putting Mike McCarthy up against. I'm not saying Mike McCarthy's not better than like the people that you're comparing him to. I'm just saying when you have Aaron Rodgers, you have to be in that upper echelon, in my opinion. And that's what I'm saying. Mike McCarthy is nowhere near the upper echelon. There's no reason why Mike McCarthy gets appointed the Cowboys job, and we're like, okay. There's no reason why it should be like that. Mike Tomlin would have been.
It's because he was 1 year removed from the league. That was the biggest thing.
Even if it was right after, we actually would have been a lot worse if it was the same year.
Nah, because they're gonna be like, oh, we got a Super Bowl coach and he coached Aaron Rodgers, so he should be able to coach.
What changed? What changed in the year?
I mean, I would arguably say that Cowboys had a better roster than any Mike McCarthy team he's ever had with the Green Bay Packers.
When you have a generational talent, you should be in there at least close to. He's not better than Mike Tomlin. He's not better than Bill Belichick. He's not better than Andy Reid. He's not better than him and Doug Peterson could go back and forth. Who's really better? It's not better than Kyle Shanahan. And that's my point. He is an underachiever because
you say he should have won more with it.
Yes, that's my point. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying you should have won more.
I think that's
your quarterback can be the nicest quarterback ever, and if you don't have the right pieces, you're not making it.
Yeah, and on top of that, you talking about Aaron Rodgers playing in the NFC, but we already know that the Super Bowl in the last 2 decades have been definitely dominated by AFC
because he can only do his job.
So there's only so much he can really do.
He can only do his job. That's why when people say defense win championships, I agree with that to a certain standpoint. But then there's a certain point where defense has to win. So that's the Super Bowl.
And the Packers in the games that you need them to win, they do win with Mike McCarthy.
And the games that
you expect them to lose, they end up losing.
The games you need them to win, Aaron Rodgers has always come through. You know this, Hail Mary, all that. But the defense, ass.
And you got 10 years and you didn't fix it.
Well, what was one other than Charles Woodson? Who was a Pro Bowler that ever really just had on the defensive side of it? I guess for 2-3 years he was solid. After that, we didn't hear much.
Clay Matthews the only person.
And AJ Hawk, that was the other Pro Bowler.
Menden was busy doing shampoo commercials.
Exactly.
Man, let's end it right there, bro. My name is Adi Dina. This has been a long episode. I'll see you guys later.